Welcome guys, welcome. As you could probably tell by the title, we're going to be trying to review some of your guys' videos. I get asked this a whole bunch, so I just thought I'd do a stream on it. We'll see how it goes. I know YouTube's copyright can be a little bit aggressive sometimes on streams, so I guess we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, we're just going to be trying to get through as many videos as we can. I mean, you know, obviously some people will just kind of skip around and others will, you know, watch the parts that they asked for, but we're actually going to be starting right here with this video. This one's by Harry the Wizard. It's called I Fixed the Biggest Mistake in My Minecraft Hardcore World. So we'll start watching it. I mean, I'm probably going to end up pausing or skipping around and just kind of reviewing, you know, certain parts where I would say definitely are the biggest parts for improvement as we go. I have a little drawing thing, so we'll see if I figure out how to use that. But yeah, I guess make sure that if the audio doesn't work, send me something, but it should be all set up, so.
I built this swamp village, and every time my tool almost broke, I had to travel 4,000 blocks home just to repair it. Every single time. It looks good, but that's not happening on the next build. There's actually two things broken in my world right now, and I'm not touching the next build until both of them are sorted. So before I build anything else, I need 27 fully enchanted netherite tools all in one place. That means getting 27 netherite ingots.
Alright, this is, you know, decent off the bat. I'd say I feel like the visuals, like, there's definitely a lot of talking, but I'd say like the actual visuals on screen would be better if they actually matched up with like what he was saying. So like when he's talking about pickaxes specifically, having like a bunch of the netherite or certain things pop up on screen would definitely be helpful. And I honestly think the music's just a tad bit too loud, but it's definitely not a bad start. I think the intro is definitely a solid pace. It's not overdone, I guess. But yeah, definitely a couple animations or even just some like cinematic shots showing, I guess, what sort of things he's talking about could kind of help, because it feels unimpactful, I guess, in the sense of like what he's saying versus what is actually being shown.
Each one needs 4 ancient debris. That's 108 pieces that I need to go and collect. I did use the bed method to begin with, so it is a bit destroyed. Right, we'll go here. I need to be Y16? Y15. So this is 14, this is 15. Yes? Yes. Run. Oh. 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 Did you not ignite? How could you not have ignited? You were so close to it. Why does this feel so quiet? Right. Oh, look at that. There's some ancient debris there.
I'd say for this sort of part, I don't know, I haven't like gotten through it yet or anything, but it almost feels like, I guess, you know, just the slow pace after what he just said he was going to do. Like, I'd say going straight into like getting netherite and a little more fast pace off the bat, because it's like you just specifically talked about getting netherite and all that sort of stuff. It feels like, considering, you know, it's so hard to get all this netherite and that sort of stuff, definitely a little more fast pacing here would be a little bit. Yeah, I could see a change of pace being a little jarring.
Remember,
but
I need 108 of these. Or first part of this whole thing. Oh, I think I double checked there. So that's 2 of 108. Oh. Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, so it looks like mostly for this part, he just continues getting the netherite. And I don't know, it almost feels like the music is definitely like one of the biggest rooms for improvement, because it feels like the music just doesn't fully match what he's saying. Like, it's definitely a solid, intense music track, and I like the vibe of it, but it almost feels like with the intense music, you need to match it with like similar visuals. Otherwise, it kind of feels a little offsetting. But
No. Oh. Like, I'm determined to actually like kill myself with lava. That's not good. Did I put it in the ender chest? I did. Oh, thank goodness.
yeah, like considering how much netherite he has in like a few minutes, it's definitely like, it almost feels like we kind of didn't necessarily get to go on the journey with getting netherite. Like, I know I skipped around, but it looks like there was just like a few collected, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely could have had a little more narration, but also just watching him like individually collect a whole bunch of netherite to kind of show scale. It feels like he collected a few and it was kind of more slow paced, and the next thing you know, he's got like a stack of it. So I'd say definitely trying to take your viewers along with that on the journey instead of like just kind of these sort of jarring cuts where it's like you're on to the next thing. So I don't know. That's what I would do with this sort of thing. I mean, you know, some people do those like montages where they're hitting all those blocks, and those can be good sometimes. They're definitely a little cliche and overused, but I mean, you could also, you know, do like a cinematic montage or just some narration just showing it instead of more like you just have this. It feels a little jarring.
Really had a little heart attack there. A wee mini one. Ooh, that's lava. Ooh, that's ancient debris. That's the debris sorted. Now I need the...
See, so like, yeah, the cut right there, straight from like, you see one piece of ancient debris and then you have a whole stack after that. Like, it's definitely, it feels like we're missing something, you know?
Diamond tools to upgrade them. There's a villager at my underground garrison with 27 tools waiting for me. So let's go and collect them. Alright, that's us home. Let's get these sorted and put into a furnace. Right, that's 108 divided up by 2. Oh, hello. I can add this to what I've already got, which takes us up to 25. Right, let's grab an empty shulk box.
He cheated. I kind of tell you cheated. This guy's got a pretty sick world.
We'll get trading for a load of tools.
I really do doubt that.
Right, got the tools. Now I need to enchant all 27 of them. The whole point of this is stretching out how long I can actually stay on a build before anything needs attention. So when I do stop, it's on my terms. So
I'm going to skip to this farm section.
Anyway,
this
for
part looks
yourself
a little
and your
interesting.
friends, hidden under the whole thing that you can see here, there's a creeper farm. And that's where all my rockets come from. The problem is that monsters don't only appear inside the farm, they appear anywhere nearby that's dark enough. Every unlit cave under this village is pulling them away from where I actually need them. So I have a box full of lanterns here, and I need to go and light up every single cave.
Okay, this part's actually kind of solid. I like that. It feels a little more like well-paced and like you're actually seeing what he's talking about instead of him just talking about it. It's definitely very ominous music, but I mean, I guess his name is Harry the Wizard, so maybe that's his branding.
Spot, and we will sit there and see how well this does now.
Yeah, it is Harry the
That
Wizard.
is the alarm. That has now been an hour, an in-game hour, and we just need to go and see how this looks. We started with just under 4 stacks of gunpowder. Oh, we've hit a full double chest of gunpowder in that hour. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I did find a few extra dark spots down below while we were sitting there, but to be honest, I don't think I need to go and touch them. I do, however, need to get this hopper and go pop this back.
Yeah, his
onto
voice
the
is definitely
rockets.
interesting.
Right.
You don't hear
Took that off because
many
I
with this
didn't want
accent. I don't know. I
rockets
kind
getting
of like it.
while I was waiting. Now I need to get a stopper put in here. What I'm going to do for the stopper is I'm going to take a redstone comparator reading.
Yeah, I'd say like I'd say one of the best things I think this can improve on is, I guess, where the focus is, because it feels like we'll spend like, you know, a few minutes on just a few pieces of ancient debris and just like a couple pieces when that should be spent on, like, I guess the majority. And then, you know, we'll cut and have all of it, and then we'll go spend some time on redstone. So I'd almost say like one of the best things you might be able to do with this one specifically, I guess, is trying to have the pacing and the visuals actually match what you're saying, but also just having the right visuals for what people would actually want to see and what things actually make the most sense and are the most important. But it's a solid video. It's well made. It's pretty clean. It's pretty put together, and it's definitely not way too over the top, which I see way more often. But I'll take it. I'm gonna head to the next one now. Let's see. All right. There's so many more. It's crazy. There was, oh my goodness, did I accidentally like change the speed of this? This thing is like
A few.
Oh my goodness, I accidentally did something. But yeah, there's like so many more submitted. There was like just a few, and now there's like a ton. So I gotta get through some of these. This one's called "I Made a Fake Channel to Go Viral." So we'll see what this one is.
This channel blew up off of the Minecraft streamer Dr. Donut, gaining 250,000 subscribers and thousands of dollars, but it's not even their content. You see, there are a lot of types of YouTube channels, but one of them runs completely on streamer clips. So you already know I'm gonna do the exact same thing. But here's the challenge. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers and to get monetized as fast as possible using only streamer clips. Okay, the first thing we need to do is make the account. So, yeah, I'm just gonna think of...
I'd say the biggest struggle off the bat is it feels like there's a lack of consistency, and not like necessarily that you should just have like an intro with the same sort of static things, but like between the fonts and the different, like we'll go from like pixel art to more of a this sort of style to like obviously the background, just so many different fonts and so many different style animations. They all feel separate. They almost feel like they're not one cohesive intro off the bat. And I mean, it's always hard to improve branding to a certain extent, but yeah, I think definitely that's one of the biggest things I see with this intro specifically. So
I thought of a good name. I was thinking, because all the Dr. Donut Clips channels are like Pink Donut and Blue Donut, or like Dr. Donut Clips. So I was thinking, what if we do like, I don't even know how this was not taken on YouTube, but Mean Spider. That's so clean. Look at it. Mean Spider. No, just look at that one more time. At Mean Spider. Okay, so like you're on YouTube and you're like looking up your favorite
Bro's
people,
obsessed with Mean Spider.
That's beautiful. We got the original and...
Okay, I think we officially spent way too long on the Mean Spider. I can't lie. Okay, like it's definitely a name, but I think it's too long. Like most people...
that thing
would have gotten the point by now.
I have Scout.
But yeah,
MC
hashtag Mean Spider for real.
Obviously because Scout was taken. But so yeah, I have Scout MC and then Scout MC. So basically, after I thought of that, I kind of just made something.
So I made this little profile picture. I grabbed a Minecraft skin from Skindex and got the NPC mod from I think Celltop or something.
And I just positioned the skin NPC. Don't judge. Okay, so because I got the YouTube channel ready, I can start looking for clips and post them on the channel and see how they do. Okay, so I ended up watching a few of Dr. Donut's streams, and I ended up making a few shorts, but the first one I'm gonna do is...
I have no mods or packs. How?
Guys, how did I get creative on Donut SMP? This is Donut SMP. I have no...
I think... I don't know, I guess I struggle with this sort of video because... It's definitely, it feels like, I don't know, I guess I'd want to be there watching like the actual creative aspect. It almost feels like it's just like the posting of the clips. I'm assuming, like, is it more about how they perform?
I'm trying to get like 1,000 subscribers, so like if you could please subscribe. Not that great, but overnight it got 23,000 views. Oh my gosh, bro, that's an absolute win, bro, especially for the first clip on the channel. So I just got a second clip for the...
Like, you see how high it goes?
Yeah.
You know that? Alright, I mean, do you want to play?
I ended up getting a third clip.
Well, I'm done. As soon as I refresh the page... What? What did we learn from this? That streamer clipping YouTube channels get good views, and you could... if I kept going with this, I could have made money from... I could have gotten monetized probably pretty soon. 1,000 likes, I'll do a part 2.
That is kind of wild. That does almost feel a little broken. How much like you can streamer clip and do that. all right. I'd say honestly, like the video feels inconsistent. I'd say that's like the number one thing I'd focus on for this is trying to like decide on stuff. Sometimes you have to make these sort of decisions where it's like, you know, you have to kind of follow through with them as your branding goes on. And I don't know, I think it's definitely, the concept is not my sort of thing, so I guess that's a little bias I have, but I think just genuinely overall with the editing and pacing, I think the visuals and the consistencies just, they don't feel very consistent. They feel like what a lot of videos feel like, where it's like you find a lot of assets, I guess, to a certain extent, and then they just end up becoming yours, and they're all made from different people, so they're all just a little bit inconsistent, I guess. But I'm gonna let's see what the next one is. Well, there's so many. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's do this one. This one's from Web2, and he asked,
but after messing around with it
specifically how he can improve the edits and replay shots. So I like more specific advice or what
if
people
you've ever
know they
played
should
on the
improve.
Donut SMP, chances are your base has been raided. And personally, I think that's a big problem. After spending hours building your base, you shouldn't have to worry about it being griefed. So I made it my goal to make the safest base on the Donut SMP. And later in this video, I get Dr. Donut and all his viewers to try and break into it. Okay, so before I can even start to do anything, I have to build the prototype.
Okay, I didn't mind the intro. Like, I would say replay shots wise, like,
If you've ever
I guess this feels like a little unclean the way it is, but I mean, it works, it gets the job done. But yeah, I'd say
if you've ever
sometimes there is such thing as overdoing it, but
played on
that's not
the
too
Donut
bad.
SMP, chances are your base has been raided.
But overall, I mean, definitely those punching shots, I don't know. I feel like there's always something better that can be done. Like, obviously you have the visuals on screen, but just the punching shots. I didn't even realize that there was this join in the game thing, so
Your base has been
it's usually a little too much on screen here, but it's definitely not too bad. Oh no! Why do we switch fonts? I can't with the font switches. Okay, I'll deal with it.
I think that's a big problem. After spending
But that part was honestly, it felt like it fit the vibe that you were going
hours
for.
building your base, you shouldn't have to worry about it being griefed.
And I kind of like this replay shot. Like, it feels simple enough to get the point across, but it's also not like the most over the top thing.
So I made it my goal to make the same.
Someone asked if you should stick with one font for the entire video. I don't think that's really necessary of what I'm saying. I have 3 main fonts I usually go with, and like I have like a bolder font, I have a, I don't know, more like an in-between, and then like obviously just when I'm typing lots of words font. But I think just like when you go from such a pixel art type of font to like a big, bold, very rounded font to like a minimalist font, it feels wrong. So the vibe of fonts is what I'm more talking about. Like, there's so many different fonts that all go together, even if they're not made by the same person, but it's just when you go to such different extents, they feel, I guess, like they're not connected.
Is based on the Donut SMP, and later in this video, I get Dr. Donut and all his viewers to try and break into it.
Like, I like that animation. That was pretty solid. I kind of like that one.
Okay, so before I can even start to do anything, I have to build the prototype. Oh shoot.
Okay, that was kind of good.
Now I know
What did I just witness?
Oh shoot.
Okay, that was really good. I have no words for that.
Now I know what you're thinking. That's just a box. And from the outside, well, it kinda is. But after messing around with a few different designs, I landed on this one, which is actually pretty simple. It's essentially an outer layer of obsidian, an inner layer of lava, and the rest is filled with over 40,000 blocks of obsidian. And I almost forgot to mention the 200 plus wardens. I really hope this is enough to protect Dr. Donut.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, I feel like his editing in the intro was... I feel like this part of the editing, for some reason, is like significantly better. It almost feels like the intro, in comparison to this, like this is... I don't know. This is definitely... It feels like it improved at this point.
Okay, so first I need to use my elytra to find somewhere to build the base. And I would show that footage, but unfortunately it got corrupted. So let's start building. Alright, so I'm gonna build it right here. 6, 7...
Oh, this guy. Yeah, this replay feels a little over the top, just a little bit, but it's definitely not the worst. But yeah, I'd say it's definitely like you're moving from so many different angles. I know it's hard to do a time lapse on like a 4-sided box. Sometimes the best thing to do is like you're aimed at the sides that you're gonna do last, so you're already on that side, and you'll just like, you know, see them do the other side first. But
Well, I am finally done. Look at that. And for you guys, that was only 30 seconds long, but for me, that took over 4 hours. Now all that's left to do is get the wardens.
Someone asked when it's considered over the top replays. I mean, I guess it depends, like your audience at the end of the day. I mean, that could be normal for some. I'm just pointing out what I see, but like, I think over the top is when the point you're trying to get across is destroyed by like how much the visuals are. I don't know how to word that properly, I guess, but when the thing you got to decide what you're trying to show with that visual, like whether it's getting a build done or something. And when the actual shot itself is more distracting than the thing you're trying to show, I think that's when it becomes over the top. At least that's my opinion on that, but
Okay, so this part wasn't the tutorial, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this part, how to connect it to the box on my own. And I think I'm gonna put a piston here, right there, to push the wardens into the water stream. And it's actually gonna be connected.
all right, I'm gonna skip up a little bit.
We can start spawning in wardens.
See, I feel like when you're trying to time-lapse like your own gameplay of doing stuff, it's usually better to just have a time-lapse of a replay shot. Because it's almost like so jarring that you can't really actually tell what's going on, and a replay shot would just be a little bit better with this sort of thing. So I would honestly skip those time-lapsing your footage and do replay shots, because there's so many different spots where you end up, unless you're like standing still, because that's completely fine, but yeah, it definitely feels like it's like it definitely shows, you know, obviously how long it took, but also it's just a little too much for most people to be able to actually see what's going on.
No! No! Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead.
What am I witnessing?
You know, I wonder how many times
Oh my
I've died
goodness,
to
bro did
wardens
die.
this video. Anyways, that's besides the point. Right as I was getting ready to teleport Dr. Donut, this happened. Oh my god, I accidentally just CP'd a random person here. Wait, he can't set a home.
Is that just a normal thing that people just pop their totems? I don't know. Clearly I don't play this game enough.
I don't think he has a home. Can you set a home?
Please, TP, I need this. The safest base on the server. Okay. TPA Wemp. Wait, what's your username? Wemp2? Wemp2. Oh, there you go. All right, Wemp2, I sent you TP. This guy said he built me the safest base, and he spent like 3 weeks on it. Yo, what's up?
So basically, I'm making a video where, don't be scared about it. There's like 200 wardens around us, but they can't, hurt you. So I'm making a video where I try to make the safest base for you, and what I'm gonna ask you to do is open F3, and basically the idea is like everyone from your chat's gonna come, and like they're gonna try to break in.
Okay, let's do it.
Let me just block it up.
You want me to do it right now?
Yeah, right now, I'm recording.
All right, everyone, try to come to the base. Here are the coordinates. Try to travel through the nether if you can.
Chill, bro, chill.
Yo.
Chill, bro. No, actually, don't die, bro. I swear to God.
Yo.
Bro was nervous, but that's understandable.
Yo, I don't think I can.
Close?
Yes.
Oh my god, he's breaking in! He's breaking in!
No!
What?
No!
I feel like, okay, this isn't too bad, but almost I feel like I would have wanted a replay shot on the outside to see what the heck was happening. Like, it feels like the climax of the video was just a little, I guess, disappointing to a certain extent, because of the fact that it's like, I don't see what's happening out there, which is what the whole video was spent on. It wasn't spent on this one box, you know? It was spent on all the other things out there. So, I don't know, I think it would have been a little more, I guess, kind of climactic if you actually were able to have, like, some replay shots of what was happening outside.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is the base that he built.
But honestly, it wasn't too bad. I think that wasn't too bad of a video, to be honest. There's definitely a lot of videos I got to get through, though. Let's see. Okay. copy this one. There's so many. Oh my goodness. All right. This one is from Fury. And he said the first 3 to 5 minutes or so is the goal. So I don't have to watch the whole thing. And then he said mostly pacing and storytelling. How the hook can be improved as well. Okay.
I gathered 8 of my viewers to speedrun Minecraft, but every minute the player changes, meaning only one person is in control at the time, with everyone else telling them what to do. And we started off strong, finding a ruined portal as well as a village.
What'd you get?
Oh, diamonds.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
wait.
Nice. That's good stuff, actually.
That's really good.
Nice. Equip.
You see, we aren't just doing this to beat the game. Our goal is to beat the time of professional speedrunners that did the same challenge and get a time at 3 hours and 5 minutes. However, obviously we have an advantage because we can communicate, but trust me, this is still insanely difficult and it gets very close.
Nice. That's
great.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I honestly like the hook a decent amount because it feels like there's a purpose. Like the purpose was kind of introduced a little bit farther along, where it's like your goal is specifically to beat them. You gotta have a purpose, otherwise it's just like, well, I'm just building this thing or doing this challenge because why not? I mean, I think it's definitely a solid reasoning behind it. I think the overall visuals weren't too bad.
I gathered 8 of my viewers to
Part of me feels like this shot would have a little bit more character if they weren't Steve and Alex skins, but that's just my personal critique. I don't know. I like adding a little extra character to shots, even if like most people might not see it. It's like 1 second. I think it just genuinely adds character and effort. And why is the chat about furries? It's Fury.
8 of my viewers to
Oh, that's
Minecraft,
crazy.
But every minute the player changes, meaning only one person is in control at the time, with everyone else telling them what to do. And we started off strong, finding a ruined portal as well as a village.
What'd you get?
Oh, diamonds.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
nice.
wait.
Yeah, it feels like you're kind of like very well brought right into the action. I'd say this part, like, I don't know, it feels a little over zoomed or a little overdone in the inventory, I guess, but yeah.
You see, we aren't just doing this to beat the game. Our goal is to beat the time of professional speedrunners that did the same challenge and get a time at 3 hours and 5 minutes. However, obviously we have an advantage because
I think one thing I would do is really show like how hard of a time it is to beat that 3 hours and 20 minutes. Like it doesn't sound like it's too hard on paper. I think maybe doing a quick little explanation of like the challenges you would face, or maybe even like, you know, using that as a moment to kind of foreshadow what could happen in theory. I think that would have made the 3 hours feel like it's a lot longer.
we can communicate. But
Or I
trust
guess
me,
a
this
lot
is
shorter.
still insanely difficult and it gets very close.
Nice.
That's great.
Yo, what?
Like it feels very contrasty to go from like saying it's super hard to beat and then you're definitely going straight to a shot of someone messing up this portal.
No, I put the wait, don't leave.
I guess that's you messing up the portal.
Okay.
Don't use wood. Why are you using wood?
Well, we don't have anything else. Okay. Okay.
Nice. Oh, she's cooking?
Other side, to the
Other side.
by the lava, by the lava. No, by the lava.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's hope I won't be the next one.
No.
I think this part, it dwelled a little too long, like specifically this whole portal part. I think going from like, you know, maybe them like kind of speed running the portal or trying to place those lava real quick and then just cutting out the music and going to them placing and spilling it all over the lava and ruining the thing would have genuinely like, the contrast would have really, I don't know, I think hit a little better than just kind of like sitting, watching, waiting, and then this happens. But
unfortunately, since none of us speedrun often, it took a while for someone to correctly make a portal, and it took us over 4 minutes just to make one.
Oh wait, that's me. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I know someone.
Yes, sir.
You will get into the nether.
The nether. The nether.
Finally though, we made it and quickly found a bastion, but they are incredibly dangerous and even the professional speedrunners died here many times.
Oh, it's a treasure bastion.
I do like the way it does feel like your commentary very flawlessly, I guess, goes right back into the gameplay. So it kind of feels like it's connected. I know a lot of times the commentary feels like a completely separate video. So honestly, that's pretty solid, the way like you say something and then it goes directly back into like them saying something. So I think the way it just perfectly goes back is, I don't know, I like that about this.
Isn't there a chance for never end peace?
I think.
I thought it was a different bad.
Oh, be careful! Fury! Careful.
I don't like these. I don't like these things.
Both down.
Also down there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, boat clutch.
Oh.
Nice boat clutch.
Wow, we actually have a skilled player doing this. That's good.
Wait. Okay.
Be careful not to fall in the
right
lava.
under you.
Oh my gosh.
Careful.
Like I don't know, at the moment it just doesn't feel very intense, and I think that's because of the fact that, like you said, you have 3 hours or 15 minutes in it in the Bastion. It almost feels like now it needs like some form of something that goes wrong or gets absolutely screwed up or something to kind of contrast with it. But I don't know, honestly I think it's a solid hook. I'd say those are definitely the things I'd improve on, but it's definitely got some really good aspects, and I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it. All right. Let's see, what do we got? What else do we got? We're gonna watch this one from Blocky. 0 to... Okay, perfect. This one is just the overall pacing and how things flow, trying to improve on keeping quality and cool animations, but balancing it with proper patience. Yeah, I think that's honestly a solid good point, because you got to realize that at a certain extent, there's such thing as way too much animations, and you know, overdoing it definitely. I mean, you get a certain extent where you overdo it, and it's taking away from the value of it, I guess.
Can you guess which one costs more? Is it this 1-to-1 Cyberpunk City replica or this anime skin pack? $30? I can literally get a skin for free online. And this is just one of the many scams on the official Minecraft marketplace. So I spent $200 testing packs from...
Okay, the styling is pretty cool. There's definitely cool animations.
Starting with this Dragon Ball world, which looks insane in the trailers. But for $12, this is what you get in game. All right, first matchup of the round. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm using this ability. Wait, I can't move. I can't move, dude. Okay, that does some damage. Let's go. Oh my god, the lag. How did I pay $12 for this? All right, Ki Blast. Come on. Yes, I won. Let's go. After that first fight, I felt a sense of relief. But every fight felt the same. There was no story at all. I even unlocked every character in like 2 hours. And the only real challenge was this giant ape. No, I lost that round, bro. Did I get him? I won. And after beating every fighter, I collected these Dragon Balls for a secret cutscene. Yes, sir, let's go. Then I grabbed every collectible, finally granting me every achievement. Look at all that, let's go. Also, there was so much lag, and for $11, even the biggest Dragon Ball fans might be disappointed. Scam. So now, I'm curious if the cheaper stuff holds up any better, starting with skins.
Okay, I definitely, like, there's a lot of visuals. They're all really, really cool. I would say it almost feels like the breathing room is what needs to be added to this. Like, definitely having some breathing room. Because if it's always just overstimulation, I guess, to a certain extent. Actually, let me keep watching, because it looks like it might go into more breathing room.
I'm never getting back. So, I did the only logical thing and bought a tiny llama costume on the Hive that turns me into a menace. Scam. What else did you expect? Next category, textures. Welcome to Realism Craft, and for $13, this already looks kind of insane. The shaders are crazy, hold up. Wait, there's built-in animations? Oh, yo. Okay, this is already looking like it's worth it. Oh, there's custom animals. Wait, this guy... Okay, enough of that. All right, gotta make some progress now. If I'm gonna judge Realism Craft fairly, I've gotta beat the game with it. Wait, there are seasons as well, because this is clearly more than just textures. This has custom structures? Dude. Okay. The swimming animation looks sick. Dang. Alright, let's hope I don't die here. Today, you finally get freed. I'm gonna call you Bobby. You better protect me, bro. I wonder if this base has... Oh my god! I called it, bro! Come on, Bobby, get him! Yes, nice job, Bobby. Bobby's.
This is definitely like a really objectively interesting video, to be honest. Like this is really solid. What's it called? I tested Minecraft Marketplace scams. Curious what the thumbnail is. I'm gonna see what the thumbnail is. Yeah, it's a solid video, to be honest. I think there is such thing as too much, and I think this definitely is really getting awfully close to that. I do like that this part did have a little bit of breathing room.
Okay, I'm gonna break this spawner now. Let's go. Wait, just can't. Hold up, can I? How do I shoot? Look, I couldn't figure out the cannons, but I did throw hands with the pillager. And found an iron sword too. Yes, sir. Ow.
Okay, this is actually kind of solid.
Oh, I'm so low. I'm breaking your ankles, bro. Oof. Oof. Before we check out the rest of Realism Craft, these add-ons cost a lot of money. But I was able to bring the price down using the sponsor of today's video. It's called Coopert, and Coopert's a free browser extension that saves you money automatically.
W transition into a sponsor?
Now that I was finally geared up, I started mining down for diamonds, but I wasn't ready for what I found.
Like, I think... I don't know how to describe it, but this video, it's so good, but it almost feels like it's missing some, like, aspects of it not being so good. But it is really good. I don't know, I almost want more character in the video. This almost feels like Mr. Beast style editing, but even he's toned it down just a tad bit to try to tell a story, but...
A cave!
And then you also said you wanted me to review, what was it, 23:30, okay. Let's go to 23, because I can't watch the whole video even though it is really solid. We're gonna head to 23:31.
Dude, you just love that gritty emo, bro. Not a scam, this was really fun. Welcome to SCP Uncaged, which costs $8. And in this add-on, you have to capture dangerous creatures. But to see if this add-on's a scam, I needed someone who not only knows quality, but knows how to really have fun.
This is Hero City, my Minecraft version of a Marvel rival. I made every Minecraft Lego set in the world. In 20 minutes, the entire world is going to explode.
Once again, can you guess who's joining me for this one? Hello, are you there? Bro, you can turn around now.
Okay, why are, like, even the funny parts definitely are kind of humorous. At least to me, I have a weird sense of humor, but, like, they genuinely are entertaining. And yes, the visuals are pretty stunning. It's a really solid video. It's kind of disappointing that, I mean, I obviously can't see the metrics specifically, but...
What do we do? Yo, what's up?
Yo, Vision, what's up, bro?
Yo.
So we got this digital assistant.
Okay.
But I gotta change my skin real quick.
What? Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna put a link to this in the chat because, like... Because I feel like some of you guys are gonna want to watch that. I feel like some of you guys might want to watch that afterwards, because this is kind of crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
No, that's sick. That's actually insane.
You got the visors. Throughout this video, you've seen this new skin pop up here and there, and that wasn't random. It marks a change in me and in the content moving forward, and I wanted to show that change in a fun way with this video. I really love doing this, so if you've made it this far, thank you. Now, no more interruptions, let's finish this video with a bang.
What do we do with this? I'm so confused.
Why is this so complicated, dude? It's just a guide.
How do I scroll down? Is this it? broken?
Like, just teach me the basic.
I don't even know what to say with this video. Like, it just feels like it's just genuinely underrated. Like, I think there's a story. I think we're getting somewhere. The visuals are kind of impressive, but like, obviously performance, the way things perform isn't always equal to, I guess, how good they genuinely are. Because I've seen your videos before, and they definitely do feel like they underperform. And obviously, you know, there's thumbnail, there's title ideas, but the video itself feels so good.
That's it. I don't want to read everything.
10 years later.
Bro, I might just turn off my computer after hearing that, bro.
Anyways, we learned that we had to find abandoned facilities in our world to capture the creatures we find. So we did all of the boring stuff. Then finally,
There's a village. There's a...
Maybe, I guess the biggest thing that I see throughout the video is it feels like it's trying to be everything, which almost makes it feel like it's not something specific. Like, I guess by saying that, I mean, like, you know, you're trying to have the best visuals, you're trying to be, you got the humor points, you're trying to tell a really good story, and it's almost like you have to pick your certain things of your character. You have to pick the things you're gonna be known for. And sometimes if you're known for everything, you're known for nothing. Like, it is genuinely such a good video, but I don't know. That's definitely one of the hardest things that I specifically had to give up when I was editing, because like I hit a point where I just did way too much. I did everything, and it made my video feel like nothing. And that's a good point to hit, because it's a lot easier to go back than it is to, you know, continue to add more and more visuals. And honestly, I think like to that point is where I'd say this video, I don't know, that's the best thing I would say. And I'm a perfectionist, so obviously I have my experience with this sort of thing, but it's a really solid video. But it just feels like that is the main takeaway, is because it's trying to be everything, it almost feels like it's nothing. And it's hard to explain, because obviously the visuals look good, the story seems good, the, you know, funny moments are funny, but it just genuinely, I think it is toning it back a little bit, because who is this for? Like, knowing exactly who your audience is. You know, some people, they make videos, no editing, all this stuff, just minimal effort, but they're the funniest videos you've ever seen. They know their audience. And you've seen people, they have like the craziest production value, and they have like, you know, certain things, they know their audience, but it feels like this one genuinely is like struggling to find an audience, because it tries to please everyone, I guess. But it is a genuinely good video, so don't take that as like a bad thing. This is a really solid video, but I'd say that's the biggest takeaway I can say from like an outside kind of standpoint. But I'll be right back. I'll be right back in about 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. All right. After that video, I feel kind of bad saying anything about that because I know what it is like to be in that position. Like, that is where my videos were off the bat. They were just, I put so much time into them, but it almost became too much. So I'm going to go into this next video. This one's by Henry in the first 19 seconds. And how do you think I could get better retention on this portion? All right.
Most MMORPGs are designed to steal your attention and keep you coming back. They use time gating, massive grinds, and psychological tricks to make you addicted. But for the last 13 years, Minecraft's largest MMORPG, Minecraft, has done things better, beyond just the development team. This is how Minecraft broke the mold. This video is sponsored by Minecraft, but all thoughts and opinions shared are my own.
Well, that's cool. The way that looks like it's like sank into the stone with those shadows, that's very subtle, but it's also very, very interesting. Okay, what's this video? How Minecraft's MMORPG broke the mold.
These are notes that
Okay, I'm gonna watch the intro again because he specifically asked me to watch the intro.
most MMORPGs
Yeah, no problem, Blocky.
are designed
Alright.
to steal your attention and keep you coming back. They use time gating, massive grinds, and psychological tricks to make you addicted. But
I'd say these visuals off the
most
bat,
MMORPGs are designed
they're pretty solid and they feel really, really close
steal your
to
attention and
similar, but to a certain extent they feel so contrasty. Like they don't feel
they
fully
use
together.
time gating, massive grinds,
But overall,
and
you
psychological
talked mostly about retention. Retention's one of those hard things because it's like everyone could talk about, well, I got good retention on this video, but even then, it's like, you know, you could make the same exact video again. You could have completely different retention, or the complete opposite. Like you could literally make such a different video. Everyone could make the same video and have different retentions on it, and it's because of who your audience is at the end of the day. But even then, it's also like, you know, some videos just do perform less and some do perform more. Like overstimulation isn't always the best retention.
Most MMORPGs are designed to steal your attention and keep you coming back. They use time gating, massive grinds, and psychological tricks.
I personally don't know what an MMORPG is, and maybe that's because I'm not the niche that this video would be for, but it almost feels like me watching this off of the bat. Since I do not know what that is, I want to leave because I'm like, I just feel confused, and I feel like this video isn't for me. I'm going to leave. That could just be because I'm not your ideal audience, because I don't know what an MMORPG is, but it feels like the lack of explanation makes me feel as though I'm in the dark, and this video isn't for me. So that definitely could have something to do with it.
To make you addicted. Most MMORPGs are designed to steal your attention and keep you coming back. They use time gating, massive grinds, and psychological tricks to make you addicted. But for the last
Okay, I'm looking up an MMORPG because I don't know what that is, and I feel like I genuinely am missing this context, so I don't know. Massive multiplayer online role-playing game. Wow. I definitely did not know that. Okay.
13 years, Minecraft's largest MMORPG, Minecraft, has done things better, beyond just the development team. This is how Minecraft broke the mold.
Yeah, like I genuinely think the visuals are relatively solid, but I would genuinely say the fact that I don't know what MMORPG stands for, I mean, I also might not have even clicked on the video if I didn't know what that stood for, so that also, you know, would probably bring in the right audience, but that is me personally. I don't know what that is, and that's automatically going to make me leave the video. So I don't know if anyone else would have had the same sort of thing happen, or if it's just the fact that most people didn't click it because of the MMORPG.
For the last
But I genuinely think it's pretty solid. It doesn't feel overwhelming. It feels like it fits your audience well. Curious what the rest of the video feels like.
And while these are notes that I took on all of Minecraft's major updates. And while this isn't a video about the game's history, I gotta talk about what I found the most fascinating from these. And that's the constant improvement. Not with regards to new content, but rather old content. Here, let me show you what I mean. While many of Minecraft's biggest updates are known for adding tons of new content, the updates released on these dates are different. Now, many of these did add tons of new content, but these are some of the times that Minecraft completely reworked existing.
I do really like your style. Like it genuinely it's a well-made video. We'll put it that way. It's not like you're trying to overdo animations. You're not trying to overdo things. It feels like, you know, this blue is definitely such a very character thing with this lighting as well. It's not just the normal generic lighting.
Mobs. This one is actually why I'm making this video. It's an update coming out today, where after 7 years in the making, Minecraft is finally releasing their largest expansion ever. You can check it out using the IP on screen. And alongside all the new...
But yeah, like retention is one of the hard things that everyone says they've figured out retention, just spam visuals. Everyone says they figured out retention, but it's really one of the hardest like things that is inconsistent. And it's hard for someone to put a pinpoint thing on retention, even with access to all the specific, you know, like analytics and all that. Like retention is a very hard thing. And you just figure it out as you go along. Like some videos are going to do better, and it could be for so many reasons. It could even have bad retention and do well, and there's just so many different reasons for it. But genuinely, I think your intro is pretty solid, and I think it's for the audience you're trying to bring in, from what I can tell. Okay. This one's from Annie, and all right, let's see. No, I'm sorry, this one's not from Annie. I read that wrong. The timestamp is Annie. Okay, yeah, I'm a little slow sometimes if you haven't figured that out. But it's from Ken, and they basically are asking, how can the intro be improved, and how can my voiceover be improved? All right.
Sees me as weak. Everyone on SSP sees me as weak, so I'm gonna get revenge and kill every single player in SSP. Let's do that on the server at the start.
I know we got into this 80 y'all, so we're just gonna start.
Yeah, let me watch that again.
Everyone on SSP sees me as weak, so I'm gonna get...
The voiceover feels really quiet, and it also it feels like no amount of effects that you can change specifically to your voiceover, I would say, can make it like sound absolutely wonderful. So yeah, definitely number one thing is actually making it so the voiceover is the most audible thing. Not overdoing it, but like I tend to put mine at -3 decibels as the cap, so don't go any higher than that, but just trying to turn that up a lot. And I think I mean, obviously you can only do so much with a mic, so I think genuinely getting a slightly better mic for this sort of part. I mean, like my first mic was a Razer Siren Mini. It was like $40, and honestly, it's a solid mic unless you're actually playing the game. Then it can definitely sound very clunky, but for just normal voiceovers, it definitely is a pretty good start.
Let's do that on the server at the start.
I know we got into this 80 y'all, so we're just gonna start right.
Everyone on SSP sees me as weak, so I'm gonna get revenge and kill every single player in SSP. Let's do that on the server.
Yeah, and it just feels, the intro itself specifically, I guess, just feels kind of like generic. It almost feels like white noise. Someone asked what mic I have. I have a Deity VO7U. But anyway, it feels like white noise because I've seen so many intros that are so similar to this. It almost feels like it just drowns it out, and then it's just like, well, people would be moving on to the next video. I mean, it's not the worst, but yeah, definitely the mic and the audio quality is what I would say you want to focus on a lot. The visuals aren't too good, but simultaneously, audio is half the video, so.
Go, 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 go!
Reality lets me put anyone in the air and damage them without me hitting them.
Oh my god, I got magnetic field.
Go. I got magnetic field too. I got that too. My teammate really let on to grind, so I'm gonna show a montage from me.
But yeah, I think genuinely audio in videos is one of the most underlooked things. Voiceover, obviously, music and sound effects, like, it's half the video. I probably put about half the effort into my sound effects specifically and my music and voiceover because it's just so important. And if that's overlooked, it doesn't matter how visually perfect the video is. It's just not going to be so enjoyable to watch at the end of the day. So I definitely say you're going to want to focus a lot on the audio. And then you can definitely get to the visuals, but audio is so important. And it hurts way worse if you have like a crazily well-made video when it comes to the actual visuals of it and the audio is lacking. So definitely start with the audio, and then you might want to move to, you know, actually modifying the video, but I'd say audio is way more important to start on. Okay. This one's my mango.
stuff
And
in. So
let's see, we're starting at 0. This one's called I Spent 24 Hours Building Minecraft Farms. Alright.
over the next 24 hours, we're about to automate over 100 different items that can be sold on this Minecraft SMP. Because last week, I joined a modded Minecraft server with 30 other creators, with the primary mod being Cobblemon. And I have literally never played a single Pokemon game. But that's not the issue. The issue is that I'm poor. But why do I need so much money? Maybe it's because I'm trying to prove something, maybe I just like seeing numbers go up, or maybe I want to be able to afford more than half a stack of concrete in the shopping district. Either way, if I want to survive on this server full of millionaires, I need to step up my game. Which is exactly why, in this video, I'm spending the next 24 hours building create mod farms.
It feels like already, like, this scene feels super old, even though I've only seen it for a little bit, but just the fact of how long it was in the intro, it just... Like, it feels unintentional. I don't know, I always struggle with the whole player just punching the camera on a normal scene. Like, definitely spicing it up, even if you do subtle things like making the scene match what you're saying, or just changing it up for the sake of changing it out. But it just feels lazy, I guess, even if it's not fully.
With the timer officially started, I decided that the first farm I needed to build was an iron farm, because shockingly, mechanical create machines require iron. The problem, even to make an iron farm, you already need a lot of iron. It's very spend money to make money-esque. So
I hear a bird in the back. Does bro have a bird?
you already need a lot of iron. It's very spend money to make money-esque. So
Does anyone else hear that bird? Maybe I'm
goal
delusional.
in mind,
I think there's a
headed
bird in
into
the back.
caves beneath my base in search of materials for the iron farm. I even found an axolotl, which I scooped up thinking it was the rare blue variety. And upon
Yeah, there was a bird. That's kind of crazy. No, but it just... I mean, the intro isn't too bad. This whole sort of spamming shots that are all over the place feels a little drying.
over the next 24 hours,
Like, 24 hours, I mean, there's so many different ways to represent time. But I feel like the flickering through shots that are so different that I can't tell what's happening and zooming into the timer. At least you're zooming into the timer.
we're about to automate.
But it just feels like everything in my, like, right eye is just... I have to zone that out so I can pay attention to the timer.
Over 100 different items that can be sold on this Minecraft SMP. Because last week, I joined a modded Minecraft server with 30 other creators, with the primary mod being Cobblemon. And I have literally never played a single Pokemon game. But that's not the issue. The issue is that
Yeah, and then just being on this shot for too long. So that's what I do with the hook. And honestly, your visuals... I'd say, okay, so like with the heads...
over this third
Let me go to the
creator.
heads. You definitely, I could see the little black outline, but just like for your awareness, at least at the moment, you could just go to like, I don't know, what's the website? It's like ccvaults.com. They have some stuff. I may or may not be planning on making a really cool website that will also fix your visuals, but for now, that's definitely a good place to get some of your visuals, because even like the iron ingot, it feels very low quality, and you could download those, you know, for free, and they're decent quality, so I'd say that's definitely a good spot to start with those, is those visuals. No spoilers, but, you know, just in theory, of course. But, yeah, overall, definitely visual-wise, I would make a couple changes and try to change things up and not have it feel so static. I haven't watched the rest of the video, but it definitely looks like you could have a few replay shots. Replay's a little hard off the bat, because your shots don't feel very enjoyable, but definitely as time goes on you'll learn replay, and it's very helpful. I mean, flashback's what I use, but either way, there's so many. All right, let's watch this one. This one's from Ador. I gotta like change the time start so it doesn't start 30 seconds in. This one's called Finally Starting It After 6 Months, the project. Okay.
Alright, welcome guys. We are on to episode 11 For this episode, we're gonna have 4 goals. Number 1's gonna be fishing, like I'm doing already. I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm just doing it for fun right now, no particular goal. And then after fishing, we're gonna be doing the build back up there. We're gonna be finally starting the market, which is pretty exciting because I got a pretty big announcement for that. And then goal number 3 is gonna be going out on an adventure, see what I can find. Maybe get a trim. I'm trying to collect the trims, and one of the last ones I have for the simple ones is the pillager outpost, so I haven't been able to get that yet. And then last and final goal will be building a tree. So yes, we got some pretty big plans today. I'm gonna continue.
All right, so he specifically asked, how can I keep my viewers, how can I keep my viewers wanting to watch? Okay. I think this shot off the bat, I personally didn't mind this. I like some good cinematic shots, but they need to have meaning. Like, if this fishing rod was like the whole premise of your video, and it had a whole bunch to do this would have impact. But just like, right after that, it almost destroyed all of my, I guess, hopes for that, because you said you're just like kind of fishing right now. And it feels like there's a lack of purpose, because obviously it's called The Project. And obviously I want to know what the project is, but the project sounds like it's one intentional thing trying to get somewhere. So when it's like, we're going to be doing these 4 separate things that aren't specifically connected, it gives them like not much of a reason to stick around, because it feels very random and there's no purpose behind what you're doing. Even though I did really like the cinematics, they do look really good, but it just felt like the impact was taken away the moment it was like you said you were kind of just fishing, in the sense of just kind of fishing at the moment, because why not?
Alright, welcome guys. We are on to episode 11. For this episode, we're gonna have 4 goals. Number 1's gonna be fishing.
And also like visuals on screen. If you're gonna have goals in the first place, visualizing them would definitely be very helpful, because they feel so separate I can't even remember what they are. But your cinematics overall, they do feel very cinematic, I will say that. And I definitely like that, sticking to that cinematic style. Hey. But it almost feels like if you're gonna have a video that is a little bit more cinematic than I guess the average video, it feels like the purpose needs to align and it needs to feel impactful, because that's the thing with cinematics, you can make things feel so impactful if you're done right. And I think genuinely it felt anticlimactic when I watched that such cinematic intro and there wasn't really much build up or much to actually look forward to, I guess. But I do really like your shots. They definitely feel very intentional. That is not the part I would say you need to fix in your video. These shots are really solid. But at the end of the day, you just gotta keep in mind, like, why are my viewers watching? And if they're just watching and you can't really put a specific reason behind why they're watching this video, then they probably aren't gonna watch the video, because there is, like, without purpose, there's so many other videos that they can watch that already have purpose. But your visuals are very stunning. They're solid. They aren't over the top, I guess, is what I'd say. Yeah, like they're just well-framed shots. Alright. Let's see, what else do we got here? This one's from Stinky Jorts. I can't say I butchered that name, that is what it says, but
nobody's ever seen.
Yeah, let's watch this one. This one, he specifically said, how to boost retention. People left throughout the video. Yeah, people always leave throughout the video, but I guess I see what you're saying. I'll see what the video has to say, I
What
guess.
happens when a completely random Minecraft player claims he's making 100 mil an hour using a method nobody's ever seen before? You ignore it, right? It's probably fake. But then imagine he sends you proof.
This feels like one of those Discord scam things where it's like they send you the proof and it's like that little 4-image pay thing. I don't know why that popped in my head. I just had to say that.
I told you this completely random player is actually me. But it didn't start with me, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I fell for the exact same trap. Or at least I think I did. A few weeks ago, basically I was showing a player how to play the Donut SMP. 2 weeks later, he messages me out of nowhere saying,
"Bro, I'm rich now."
I asked how much, 20 mil, not a lot at all, but he said he's working on a farm. I said, kelp? Because that's what everyone does. Copy a schematic, AFK, pull maybe 5 mil in actual profit an hour if you're lucky. He said redstone farm. And then he sent a screenshot, 60 mil an hour in one AFK session? I quickly tracked the playtime and it turns out he made this in less than an hour? That's 12 times more than what the best farm on the server makes in profit. I was amazed, and I needed to see this now. So I quickly called him, but wait, you can't TV me to the redstone one?
No.
Okay, alright. He said no, and I was pretty sad. But why am I even telling you this? Well, because after that, I started thinking, regardless of whether he was telling the truth or not, if one random guy with a screenshot had me completely fooled, how easy would it be to do the same thing to everyone else on the server? After this whole investigation, I know exactly how you would fake a screenshot. I know exact server. After this whole investigation, I know
that one flash part definitely felt pretty rough to look at. I guess we're like at the end where you can clearly see it kind of flickers, but that's just a visual thing.
I know exactly how to lie. And if someone like me would believe it, some kids on their favorite Minecraft server definitely will as well. The plan was simple. Fake the screenshot, learn play. Wait, how am I gonna fake the screenshot?
Oh my goodness, it really is one of those crypto things I see on Discord. Oh my.
Like this. So that leaves
I
me with
can't.
solutions. I can meticulously craft a deepfake copy. Or I could just beg my friend to give me money and use that as...
So it's like the premise bro is gonna fake a screenshot? I forgot why he was faking a screenshot.
I started thinking, regardless of whether he was telling the truth or not, if one random guy with a screenshot had me completely fooled, how easy would it be to do the same thing?
It feels like we just did a full 360 on what the whole point of the video was, if the whole point is like he's gonna... I don't know. I mean, it's called I faked being rich.
A completely random Minecraft player claims he's making 100 mil an hour using a method nobody's ever seen before. You ignore it, right?
It's not bad. The concept just feels... I don't know. It definitely feels a little lacking. Like, I mean...
It didn't start...
I guess we'll see if anyone like specifically believes him.
On your computer, you can do is you use that.
Like anyone could fake being rich. Maybe like convincing a large amount of people that you're rich is a whole nother thing. And it feels like if you're genuinely gonna do this sort of video, it feels like the concept of convincing a bunch of people is a lot more impressive and enjoyable to watch specifically than just kind of like faking being rich, I guess. Yeah, see you, John the Gamer. But I mean, honestly, it's definitely just a very generic feeling video. Like, it's not necessarily directly bad.
Ignore it, right?
But there's nothing that stands out specifically as like better than anyone else. And that's one thing I specifically think sets your videos apart. If you do something, even if it's just one thing that makes you better than everyone else, it doesn't have to be everything. It never should be everything, because then it becomes too much. But I think genuinely having your specific thing will make your video stand out at the end of the day. But this one just feels like it just feels like the generic, I guess, sort of video. Like, it's not bad, but it's not something that feels different or unique. It just feels like another one. I guess I should probably get to reviewing the next one, but that's what I'd say about this one. All right, this one is from Ben Daddy. I think I pronounced that completely wrong. It's called I ended Toxic Pro 8,384 streak for revenge. I don't even know what that means, but I'm gonna watch it anyway. And he was asking if the section was over-edited. He said he thought it was pretty engaging, but his audience is pretty young, so just throw around bright colors. Well, that's even debatable, but yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
If I hit these shots, I end this Toxic Pro's 8,000 win streak for revenge. Because 2 weeks ago, I was just playing Rivals until my opponent said this.
No skill using RPG, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to win right now, man.
It definitely does feel like like a little much.
Can not have fun on Rivals anymore, bro? Bro, what the hell? Why is he calling me trash? This guy.
Like what is even happening? I guess. I mean, I guess like I get what you said. You like your audience's kids, so just throw around like colors.
Thinks I'm actually trying with an
I mean, I don't know.
RPG, bro. Bro, why is this guy being toxic? I wasn't trying. Yo, no way. I'm not gonna let that slide. So to humble this toxic pro, I found his account with his joins public so I could join his lobby and destroy his 8,000 win streak forever. But stick around because later in this video, I beat him so hard he freaked out and completely rage quits. I freaking found him! Bro, this is the guy that was being toxic.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
This guy's joins is already on, bro. Perfect. I'm getting my revenge, yo. I'm on my way. Dude, he's 1v1ing a guy that's level 83, bro. Come on. And he's being toxic. Oh, wow. Trash, bacon, and aim. This guy's level 83. Why is this guy being toxic, bro? Oh my god. This guy.
I guess I just don't know what is happening, but it just feels like this video is without purpose. Like it feels like the purpose is the editing. And when that's the purpose, it just doesn't feel like it's getting anywhere. It's just like a lot of colors and a lot of crazy visuals, but no actual like progress to a certain point. And like I get that you're trying to get to a certain point, but it just doesn't feel like that's the point of the video. It feels like the point is the editing, and that just happens to be something that puts the video in some form of framework, I guess.
Why are you so toxic? Remember me, right? Remember me, right, Yosh? Run the ones. Do it, little boy. 1v1 me right now, Yosh. You're gonna get dogged on? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Oh, really? Oh, really, Mr. Yosh?
Like, it feels like we need to have a certain point we're going toward, and especially, like, if this is your point of the video, your video should be based around that, not, like, the editing, and it just feels like this video is based around the editing. And this is, like, a side quest. The whole concept of the video feels like a side quest, I guess. Like, it just feels over-edited. Like, I think you're right. You did ask if it was over-edited, and I personally would say it's over-edited, but maybe certain people understand, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. But it's everyone has taste. That's the hard thing about this. Like, I could say what I see, but obviously everyone has slightly different tastes. So, all right, this one's from Mob, and he said I could skip around. He said he wants to try to figure out why the video did worse than usual. I felt like it was pretty good. But I guess I haven't really seen his videos, so I don't know what usual is. Okay, I tried RL Craft for the first time.
Oh my god. Oh my. Holy shit. 360.
Yep, that's me.
That's pretty crazy.
This is Craft, Minecraft's most infamous and brutally difficult. Holy shit. 360.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering.
This is Craft, Minecraft's most infamous and brutally difficult mod pack. And today, I'm going to beat it just to prove one thing. Craft is...
I feel like we just skipped between 3 separate characters. Who was the guy at the beginning? What is happening? Okay.
Oh my god.
Is this him?
Holy shit. 360.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering.
This is...
Yeah, what? I don't understand where it's like, yes, that's me, you're probably wondering, and then it skips to like a completely different person talking saying that it's
Minecraft's
RL
most
Craft.
infamous and brutally difficult mod pack.
Is this the actual person?
What is this?
Oh, it's a meme voice.
Iguanas or something?
See, I guess it makes sense to be a meme voice, but it just...
Brutally difficult mod pack. And today, I'm going to beat it just to...
It doesn't feel like a meme voice. It feels like the character switched 3 separate times in the actual...
360.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering.
This...
Like, you should have... If you're gonna do like the, yes, that's me, you're probably wondering... It feels like it's the actual person talking. Maybe that's a well-known meme, but I personally, I don't know. It just feels like we swap between 3 separate characters off the bat.
This is Craft.
And I still, like, don't know what's happening. We're, like, 10 seconds in, and I'm just now, like, actually hearing the premise of the video.
Infamous and brutally difficult mod pack.
Maybe it's a pretty popular meme.
And today, I'm going to beat it just to prove one thing. Aerocraft is easy. What is this? That's some like iguanas or something? Oh! The fuck is that? Hello? Are you friendly, baby aerosol? Chest? Flesh for a singular emerald? You a fucking scammer, bitch. Chest? What is this?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. Like, even if, picture it like this, even if like 50% of people, which is a lot, knew exactly what like that meme audio came from in the intro, they would still like 50% leaving simply because of that, or not even like leaving, but just generally being confused off the bat because of that probably isn't worth it. Like, memes are solid, but I'm still talking about specifically the intro. It feels like it switched characters 3 times in the first 10 seconds and I didn't know what was happening. I mean, it's obviously people who know the meme have a little bit of bias, but also those who don't, it feels like it's not worth the trade-off, I guess.
Some first aid? Nice. Bruh! Be eaten by something? Yo, what are you talking about, man? Cold, bro. Alone, bitch. I low-key wanna...
Okay, it just feels like we're not progressing. Like, I get that you died multiple times, but spending like the first 2 minutes, you know, like focusing, we're getting somewhere, we got some stuff, and then just dying and losing everything and restarting, it just feels like the video just restarted twice. Like, almost I would cut out the stuff of you redoing all that. Like, obviously the death, you don't want to just like leave it, but at the end of the day, it feels like there's no progress in the video. It just feels like we're just getting nowhere, I guess, until maybe here.
Oh! Oh my god,
Then we have a bunch of stuff now.
Oh my god, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, look at me! Yes, sir! Where is he? Oh, I see. What the fuck?
Like, I don't know, it just doesn't... It doesn't feel like it's a video with purpose. I definitely think videos without purpose just, like, they're bound to have people specifically just leave, because it's like, what are they staying for is what you should probably be asking. And I get it, like, obviously you tried RLCraft and you failed miserably, but even, like, if that's the purpose at the end of the day of you failing, like, this doesn't even feel like failure at the end. Like, obviously you have a house and a few things. It just feels like you had, like, no genuine purpose. Even if the purpose is failure, that is still purpose, but it just even feels like that purpose was lacking. It was just kind of like running around, and specifically, I just still with the intro, I don't know. I think that meme voice threw me off, but I don't know if it threw anyone else off in the same way. But also having like a few people watch your video to see what they think without like the bias, because obviously you know the meme, but sending it to a bunch of people and seeing like if they know the meme, because even if like it's a popular meme is still just like a meme at the end of the day. Not everyone in the world is going to know it. But specifically with the audio, it didn't feel like a meme. But I don't know. That's my personal opinion on it. I think it probably threw a bunch more people off than you realized. Alright, this one's from Cam. And just like the first, I don't know, I guess 1 minute. Or that is just the timestamp.
Buns.
Okay.
Buns. The server's most feared player had just killed me for no reason. Respawned and killed others for no reason, which completely went against my morals, so my team started a war against him. A war that will leave both sides in complete shambles.
Wait. If like you're presenting Minecraft's scariest player, why would the title be "This player can't be redeemed"? Like it feels like I'm watching the wrong video. Yeah, sound design feels pretty absent. This shot feels very zoomed in. I don't know if that's the bitrate or if that's something else, but this, like, even just for me watching, it feels very pixely, very, like, the first shot of the video matters a lot. The way I look at a lot of the shots in my video, but especially the first ones, is most of them should be able to make, like, if you just have the static image and you have nothing else there, it is genuinely, like, helpful to treat each shot as, like, a static image. Like, if you just look at it, no movement, no visual, you're just looking at that shot, is it good enough for people to genuinely, like, look at and find helpful? Like, the motion should complement things. This motion just feels kind of stuttery, I guess, but even, like, the shot itself, it feels like it just needs a little bit extra, I guess.
For no reason. Grace spawned and killed others for no reason, which completely went against my morals, so my team started a war against him. A war that will leave both sides in complete shambles.
And then another thing is, like, so this part off the bat, right, it's just like you fighting specifically or whatever, you know, no audio. I think it's probably meant to be pretty, like, cinematic, you know, goes with the music or whatever. But this is what I call killing your daisies. Is it's just like, even if you think it's the coolest thing ever, and if it's specifically, like, something you really like, presenting it to other people and asking what they think, or specifically people who will criticize, because criticism, I think, produces way more than, you know, like, people saying it's good. But if you present it to someone else, like, is it going to matter to them specifically, like, this part, or is it just going to make them want to leave because they're like, what is this part even here for? Each part should have a purpose, and it just feels like this beginning part didn't have too much of a purpose.
But wait, what even is the story?
Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is just try not to be, like, overly cinematic, I guess is the word, even if it's not cinematic, just for the sake of being cinematic. Like, it should serve a purpose. And obviously sometimes the purpose is, you know, maybe your viewers just went through something and it's really impactful. Sometimes the purpose is just, you know, letting that really sink in and genuinely giving them a break. There's a whole lot of things, but yeah. I used to do the overly cinematic just for the sake of cinematic.
Also, find out I held a meeting with him at spawn. A meeting that would change my decisions.
And yeah, the voiceover definitely feels a little quiet. I'd aim for that, like, -3 decibels for that voiceover. It feels pretty quiet. So if we're on chapter 2 already, it feels like the first chapter being complete, I should have got something from it. I feel like I haven't. So even at this point, it just, I don't know. I specifically think if you're going to do, like, chapters and split it up into chapters, which isn't even necessary, but if you're going to do that, each chapter, someone should get something out of the chapter. Like, they should go away, and if they only watch that chapter specifically, they should have something they got from it. And yet, obviously, like, the red text isn't my style, but...
If I win, you'll stop killing people at spawn and in public base. If you win, then I'll just give up and stop killing you.
But yeah, I'd say, like, that hook is obviously, even if you have the best video after the hook is definitely where I'd say you'd want to put some more work into it. And not necessarily just putting a whole bunch of, you know, all these things, but really thinking about the way you want something to come off and thinking about genuinely what other people want to see, I guess, or what other people are going to get from it, not just the specific shots themselves. But obviously, I think it's definitely, like, it feels like another video without purpose. Like, you want to add some purpose to your videos, but obviously the intro, you got to get them through that first. We got one from Apollo. You know what? I'll watch the one from Apollo. First minute or first 0 and whatever that minute. We got a full cinematic hour 30-minute video. This one's. Oh, it's called Trapping YouTubers in My Horror Hotel in Minecraft. Okay. And he said... let's see. Okay, this older video of his. The editing similar as we speak. Would love to hear some genuine thoughts on the pacing, transitions, and where you think it could improve. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, we do need to chat. I guess we did end up throwing that out, but anyway, we'll get to that. Drop me a DM.
You might be wondering.
This is a really well made shot.
How did these YouTubers and myself get stuck in my...
See, this is like what I'm talking about with like the feel of a shot. Like, imagine how much different the shot would be, even if everything was the exact same, and you just had like the generic Steve and Alex and a few generic skins. But it adds character, and each character is doing something different, so it gives you something to look at. This could be a wallpaper, and I genuinely think it is a solid shot.
Hotel. Oh, do I have a story for you? Welcome to Cosmic Hotel, my hotel, which features such amenities like our gala room, a pool, and hundreds of murders.
Murder weapons not included.
And when I say cosmic, I mean literally, as in my hotel is a cosmic being in the center of the...
That's a crazy transition. We got a hotel in the middle of the universe.
And unfortunately, I just found out it's dying. That is where our new guests come in. These 6 YouTubers are about to wake up in this hotel with no memory of how they got there, with the only goal being survive and escape before the hotel consumes itself. But they'll soon find out that there is more going on under the surface. As the hotel manager, I'll be their faithful guide, but you should know, if you continue watching, nothing will be the same. Nothing.
See, that is a absolute perfect spot for a transition, because I think, like, even my transition video, I did it a little bit overdid it, I can't lie, but obviously it is a video on transitions, so I had to show that, like, I know how to make transitions. But overall, in general, having the best transitions like that for impactful moments, it makes it feel more impactful, and this one absolutely complements it. This is absolute cinema. And I also like the way that this might just seem like a useless cinematic, you know, introduction, but I like the way it's like introducing each character and not just like this character, but it does it in its own unique way that like makes sense for that character. Like having Speed Silver running because of the speed, like things like that, where it's like, it makes each character be different and it makes it genuinely have like purpose in the video, and it makes it genuinely enjoyable to watch because it's not just the same thing.
Is about...
Oh yeah, old Speed Silver. Nah, Speed Silver's videos are solid. I don't know. I think YouTube did his most recent one a little dirty.
To change. You're finally awake! Joining us in the lobby is our brand new guests as they wake up mysteriously on the floor. Oh, good morning, evening. Actually, I don't know my sense of...
bro asked me to watch a video and like share my thoughts on it. Bro sent like the most well-made video. Like this is just such a well-made video, and it almost like shows weirdly the things I specifically mentioned that were like, you want to do this for a well-made video, whether it be the fact that each shot has purpose even without it having movement, or, you know, genuinely having like the different shots each having character of their own. And the sound design is very on point. So it's almost like this video is like a collection of the things that I have said specifically already, and it's like this one is just implementing them in a very well way. I mean, I guess it shows specifically like how you're going to want to do this, because sometimes my words can only say so much, but actually seeing it specifically. But it is just such a well-made video. Like, genuinely, it has character. The intro doesn't feel overstimulating, but it just has such a good story. Like the sound, it's just,
You might be one.
it is just absolute cinema. I think there was someone who specifically asked if I was going to review theirs. Let me think, who was it? I gotta find them. Oh, ThinkLink YT. I think I remember seeing yours. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, yes. I'll review yours. Alright. Yeah, that's just a well-made video. Like, there's not really much bad I could say about the video. That is just a very, like, done well video. Okay. But I am going to do ThinkLinks, because I think I did accidentally skim over his. There's a whole bunch in this sheet. I'm just trying to get through what would make sense. So, we'll go ahead and give yours a watch, because I feel bad you did put yours in early. I think off the bat, you having, like, you have this in your, you know, second shot, obviously, and then you have this in your third shot as well. Like, with these sort of cinematic trailers, to a certain extent, every shot matters that much more. So, like, obviously, there are plenty of good times where you should zoom in on something to show something else, but it doesn't feel like it's showing something else. It just shows a new angle of the same thing. So I personally would have done, like, a different thing for this second shot, because I think that with these sort of cinematics, you're going to want to make sure every shot has that much purpose, and that's what makes it partially feel or just be cinematic. Someone said it feels like a trailer. It is a trailer. And then also, like, with you saying custom nether specifically, you should definitely start in an area that feels very custom. Because even though this may be the custom nether, like, as just a vanilla Minecraft player, I could tell that, like, what the crimson stuff is, the netherrack, the lava, it doesn't feel like a custom nether. So definitely having your visuals match what you're saying. Like, right, like, so far it just doesn't feel custom. Like, you definitely should have specifically gone and shown the custom parts, I guess. It would have more impact that way. And I also think overall, if you want it to feel more cinematic, I could tell your FOV is pretty high. You might want to turn it down to somewhere closer to 30, because that depth of field makes it genuinely feel more specifically oriented to the thing you're looking at. And then, yeah, also, like, someone did mention shots on beat. Yeah, obviously, with these sort of cinematic things, shots on beat does just add a little bit more satisfaction to it. Like, even if it sounds kind of cliche, and it basically is at this point, like, when they're offbeat, it just feels way more off. Like, that right there is probably your best shot I've seen so far in here. It's pretty solid. I like the fact that it makes sense. It feels right. It feels a little more powerful. I would add a little camera shake to make that impact feel a little more. Part of me was really hoping that, like, this shot, because of the, I guess, kind of build up this shot had, like, you got a guy who's been flying through the air, he's now, like, Riptide Trident, and someone said I don't read chat, and, I mean, Riptide Trident, and it just kind of cut straight to the scene with the cinematic thing. I would have done something with this if you're going to have such a build up. Who said I don't read chat? There's so much in the chat. I've got a lot of things to pay attention to. Oh, man. Gotta... Yeah, fair. But yeah, definitely does feel cinematic or whatever. it just feels like if you're gonna lean heavy into the cinematic, there's a few more things I would specifically change to make it feel more cinematic, as well as having the shots have more purpose, because I think that adds way more of a cinematic feel than people really think. Like you can have 100 shots of things that don't really have a purpose, and it feels less cinematic, even if they're the best frame shots and they're the best made shots when it comes to that. Or you could have like a few shots that aren't necessarily the best filmed or the best made, but they have a purpose and they almost feel more cinematic. Also, I have to say this percentage in quotations are killing me because they are so different, but I'm gonna head to, oh, which video should I head to next? I'm gonna head to Polar's video, actually. Yeah, I know, an advert in an SMP trailer does feel a little off too, I have to say. I'm gonna head to this one. This one's from Polar. Editing style. Minimalistic style, that's what he said. Streamable. If I'm able to use streamable. Oh, there we go. Sweet.
No! Yup, this is me.
Okay.
And if you want to know what happened, I'll tell you. But first, a word from our sponsor, Raid Shadowlands Games.
Why is Raid basically has free sponsors at this point, just a whole bunch of free assets.
Imagine I had a sponsor on my first
Because it's a meme.
But seriously though, today we will be attempting to start a cult in Roblox Please Donate. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but some crazy stuff happens. Anyway, here is the game plan. In Please Donate, there's this booth that has cosmetics. Clicking on the cosmetics makes you wear them. So if I can make people wear a single cosmetic of my own choice, I can effectively start an organized group of people that is 100% not a cult. So let's get started. Huh? No! Yup, this is me.
Okay.
And if you want to know what happened, I'll tell you.
Yeah, the paper asset, I did notice that. That felt like really blurry specifically. There's a lot of paper assets, but...
Please donate.
Yeah, that one definitely really sank in. I mean, it's definitely not in that middle ground. Like, it's almost so unbelievably blurry, it feels like it's like blurred background, which is probably better than if it was like, you can tell it's a low quality thing, but yeah, it's definitely very, very blurry.
Wear them. So if I can make people
And I guess that's the problem with using other assets, but it is pretty funny.
Imagine I had a sponsor on my first video. But be attempting to start a cult in Roblox Please Donate. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but some crazy...
It just feels like there's a lot of moments on the screen where there's just like...
Imagine
just a lot of blacks, just a lot of like black space, I guess you could say.
Today we will be attempting to start a cult in Roblox Please Donate. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but some crazy stuff happens. Anyway, here is the game plan.
Yeah, I did in fact laugh at it a little bit. I mean, that's its own thing in itself. I didn't know what to expect. Bro said no, we didn't. Someone said it feels messy, but a lot of potential. That is fair. There is so much potential, but it's like what you do with the potential. I mean, there's so many different things you could specifically do. Oh, this one's a short. This one is from Krabby. Is it entertaining? I don't want to do anything mic related. Okay, noted. I will not note on the mic. Even if it's like, yeah. Or maybe there's just no mic. Maybe he doesn't want to use the mic.
A little flower. What a wonderful day.
Chill. Okay, fine. Please, stop.
What is happening?
A little flower.
Like, you asked, is it entertaining? Yes, I would say I am entertained. I weirdly am entertained. But at the same time, is it entertaining for people who don't have a very simple minds like me? Maybe, but it feels like the beginning overall, they would probably leave before they see that, and that's just the unfortunate thing with shorts. But genuinely, it is kind of funny, because it's so stupid in my mind, it's like, I wouldn't call it slop. I've seen things that are yeah, No, I would not specifically call it slop, but it is just entertaining because of the fact that it's like so... like, I don't know what's happening, but I also know that whatever's happening is kind of fun. But yeah, he is right. There is like no purpose. So the question that you specifically asked is it entertaining? Yeah, but is it a worthy short? I guess if your goal is to be entertaining people, then I am definitely entertained. But the overall short itself is I don't know. It definitely feels like something that most people would not watch the first couple seconds. I'm not a shorts guy though, so my shorts feedback is definitely going to be a little bit less ideal than specific other feedback. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got one from Nalik. You know what? Let's watch this video from Nalik. Always feel the pacing and storytelling of the video are mid at best. Would like some feedback on it. Okay, this one's from Nalik. 3 billion coins in 30 days. Hypixel Skyblock. I don't know why I said 3 like that. Don't question it. Close the Chrome tabs.
This is
Tempting.
1 billion Skyblock coins. Enough to buy more than 99% of Skyblock items. But what if you were able to get 1 billion coins every single day? Where for the next 3 days...
Okay, off the bat, I like it.
This is 1 billion Sky...
But even if this, like, you know, is 1 billion Sky coins, or... I'm not Skyblocks, but I think, yeah, Sky coins. It doesn't feel like 1 billion Sky coins. Like, it almost feels like, oh, if that's all that 1 billion is, then, I don't know, it feels very unimpactful, I guess, from specifically, like, looking at it. I like the animation, but it almost feels like the amounts, like when you mention those huge numbers, it's automatically very difficult to mention how big those numbers are. So really trying extra to show those numbers, I think would genuinely improve what people think of it, because people genuinely have the bias when they know a lot of time was spent on something. So when you're genuinely like putting these large numbers out there, when you really show it and show the scale of it, I think it helps with these sort of things. So it's definitely a pretty chill intro though.
Skyblock coins. Enough to buy more than 99% of Skyblock items. But what if you were able to get 1 billion coins every single day? Where for the next 3 days, I'm going to be attempting multiple ways of making the most amount of money. Starting with the Rift. I will start now. So after an hour grinding, if you times that by 2, we made 21 million coins an hour. But it didn't take long. Times that by tots now. So after an hour grinding, if you times that by
The music
2,
feels right there, so that's good.
21 million coins an hour. But it didn't take long to realize that making 20 million coins an hour wasn't enough for this challenge. So if I wanted to get this in a day, I would need to grind for 47 hours? If I want to stand a chance of completing this challenge, I would need to find better ways of making money. Luckily enough, I've done some planning beforehand. Welcome to the Galatea, the new foraging island. But I'm not here to cut down trees. No. I'm here for something unexpected. Let me introduce you to something you may have not heard of before. Shard fishing.
Yeah, someone said they liked the music, but the voiceover kind of lacks emotion compared to it. That is a good way of putting it. The music is really solid, and it definitely fits the vibe of the video. But only because of how suiting the music is, it almost does feel as though the voiceover needs to kind of fit with that vibe.
Money. Popularized?
But then again, like, I can't just tell someone, go change your voice and be a voice actor. Like,
It was said to make up to 60 million coins per hour. However, when a large number of people adopt a particular method, it makes the prices up.
Yeah, it feels like I'm this much specifically in, and you know, there's been all these huge numbers thrown around, right? These massive numbers, and the biggest thing that specifically stands out to me that is absolutely massive is I still don't feel the scale of those numbers. Like, they just feel like numbers and nothing more. Like, there is a genuine thing where people are unable to grasp like certain numbers above a certain point. And obviously these numbers are way above that point, but it just feels like I'm unable to grasp it, so I don't add much value to it. It doesn't feel like the value is there if the whole video is specifically about that number. So that's just the biggest thing that specifically stands out to me.
Method practically useless, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to try some other fishing methods. Let me just go to this place real quick and see how much I make from fishing.
Like the visuals overall, they feel pretty solid. They don't feel overstimulating. They just feel like they're pretty solid visuals. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's just the impact of those visuals. It just doesn't feel like it's as high as it should be, I guess.
10 from being here? What? Wait. That's right. I doubled my treasure chance.
But yeah, it's a well-made video. I respect the video, but I think the biggest thing that stands out to me is just the numbers I do not understand, and they just don't feel impactful to me, even if they're a lot. Like, it's the first, you know, obviously there's 2 separate numbers in the title, so you really got to make those numbers feel like they're a lot, but still a good video. Okay, let's see. What else do we got? Gotta make sure I'm not gonna review ones that I already did. Let's see. Did I do Fallers? I don't think I did Fallers. Alright, I'm gonna review Fallers. This one's on Streamable as well.
This is Swite, the best shield player in the world. And today, I'll be training with him to improve my skills.
See, I'd say the weirdest thing about this is it like contradicted what or didn't contradict, but it's the exact opposite of what I was saying. This one feels impactful, and I'd say that's one of the best things about it.
This is Swite, the best
is you can feel the stuff, even if it's not necessarily like the same. You could just feel that it is powerful.
And today, I'll be training with him to improve my skills.
This is kind of wild. That is an interesting anime. I don't think I've seen one like that before. Like, there's definitely a lot of extra, you know, effects layered on top of it to give it that vibe, but it is really solid animation. Like, even that subtle camera shake there when the guy flew past it, those sort of things are what add impact and make your actual visuals feel more than just looking visuals.
This is Swite, the best shield player in the world. And today, I'll White, the best shield player in the world.
Shield isn't a game mode, right? I think shield is like shield player talking about PvPing with a shield. If it isn't a game mode and it is like shield PvP,
the best shield player in the world,
then it feels like the lack of a shield is definitely one of the biggest things I could specifically say feels like it's missing, but I could just be wrong.
And
could
today,
just be missing
I'll be
understanding.
training with him to improve my skills.
But yeah, it does feel like a really solid start to the video. Obviously, you know, it's an intro, and there's only so much I could review on it. But the animation style, I mean, someone could say it's outdated. I personally think it's solid, but I guess that's just a matter of opinion. I see what you're saying, but
this is Swite, the
I think it still looks pretty solid.
best
Okay, shield is US. Okay, UHC and X. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the biggest thing is it's just missing the shield, but it's definitely a solid start with this sort of intro. Since it is so intense and cinematic, the hardest thing you got to be careful with is after this intro. Once you actually have the shot that is specifically going to, or you know, start and all the things that are going to keep going, keeping it up to that same like level, not in a sense of just editing or animation or, you know, the visuals, but just not letting it just contrast so hard that it feels like you just watched 2 different videos. Because trying to tie your intro in so it doesn't just feel like another, I guess, video that, you know, is 2 separate things. You got to tie it in. But honestly, it's a pretty solid start in my opinion. I like it. I like it. The visual appeal is what he asked about. Yes, I do like, I personally think it's pretty visually appealing. Okay, let's see. Have I watched, I don't think I've watched this one. Or wait. I think this person's link might have gotten deleted. Wait, let me double check because I think I can find it somewhere else if I just go ahead and boom. Oh, okay. Yikes, let me yeah, maybe if I look them up specifically on YouTube I can find their video. I don't know. I think their link might have gotten deleted. I could be wrong. Let me just look it up on YouTube. Okay. How could it be improved? If I had to guess, I'd say they want me to review their newest video, so... Or wait, this was the one I already... Oh, I see. I think I already reviewed that one. Okay. Are there any I'm missing? I feel like I'm missing a few. I am missing a few. Alright. Let's watch this one. I know I haven't done this one. This one's from
I'm pretty sure we're all familiar.
Average Minnesotanian. Minnesotanian, that's crazy. It is called I combined every horror mod into one Minecraft mod pack. He said, overall, what could be improved on? Did the intro hook you into the video, or were you just bored? Just trying to figure out why it flopped like it did. Okay.
Familiar with this guy. I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with this guy. Known as the Cave Dweller, or in other words, a horror slot mod. Known for two things, insta-killing you, and just being overall annoying to deal with.
God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
So what happened when you put almost every single horror mod into one singular mod pack? Well, you'd get the most annoying, head-bashing, and tinnitus-inducing experience that has ever been created. And I'm going to beat it. Alright, let's beat this dragon. Already, things were off to an interesting start. As soon as I spawned in, some dude named Gerald joined the game. Gerald? A stalker arrived, and it turned night, forcing me to look at the ground, and then it started raining. This pretty much sets the precipice of how this mod is going to be, so let's hope I'm not going to regret this.
Sir, we have a problem.
Do we?
We've got another one.
Another?
Yes, and I don't think this new guy is just going for something small.
What is his intention?
To beat the game.
Oh, I muted it.
He won't get far. They'll make sure of it.
That guy's definitely very noisy in the animation, but that could be a stylistic choice. Let's see what this one is.
Across a watchtower, I was able to head inside and stay away from the rain. As I play this mod pack, there are two rules that I must follow if I wish to survive. The first rule and most important one is not being outside at night. You see, with this mod, housing literally over 100 different horror mods, I will need a somewhat safe space to call home. At least one that I can reliably sleep when night falls. And with the majority of these things spawning at nights, I'm pretty sure you can imagine what happens. So, you know, the most reasonable thing would be to stay inside until night. At night, it is night. And since I couldn't sleep because it was night, I had plenty of time to think about the other goals that I need.
Yeah, the visuals aren't bad. The sound design definitely doesn't feel like it's there. Like, it just doesn't feel like there's any sound design. But yeah, someone did say the idea has been overdone. I definitely could see that. I mean, I think if you're gonna do an idea that is overdone, you have to add your own spin to it, and it can't just be like a subtle spin. It's got to be like your thing. This is why they're going to watch you. You got to ask them, why would they watch yours over someone else's, even if it's the exact same idea? It doesn't always have to be, well, the editing's better or the visuals are better. It doesn't have to. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And it can be so many little different things that make yours different. And it doesn't feel like there's anything specifically that's been mentioned off the bat so far that's like, yes, this is different. This is worth my time.
I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with this guy. known as the Cave Dweller, or in other words, a horror slot mod.
Yeah, like the visuals aren't too bad. The sound design definitely feels like it could have a little bit of improvement, but
and just being overall annoying to deal with. So what happens when you put almost every single horror mod into one singular mod pack? Well, you'd get the most annoying, head-bashing, and tinnitus-inducing experience that has ever been created. And I'm going to beat it. Alright, let's beat this dragon. Already, things were off to an interesting start.
But yeah, it's really not a bad video.
As soon as I spawned in, some dude named Jerry.
I also feel like visually, it feels like there's a few different styles of visuals that don't all complement each other very well in this sort of thing. Like, obviously, you have, like, the graphic design, you know, classic, like, you got, like, this, whatever, graphic design of the mod, and you have, like, a 3D sort of skin of yourself with, like, very, you know, I guess, consistent lighting.
So let's hope.
And, you know, that just feels like a kind of graphic in between. And then you got, like, something like this where it almost feels like cinematic in some ways. It's got, like, obviously, you know, PBR, it's got noise and that sort of stuff. But it definitely feels like the visuals are not consistent. I'm not saying that's specifically why it would have flopped. But from watching and what I can see, it just doesn't give your brand much, like, remembrance as a whole if your visuals are all over the place. And I think brand is honestly so underrated. Like, if people watch a video, even if they've seen it 100 times, some people are willing to watch a video just because it's made by you. But
I must follow if I wish to survive. The first rule and most important.
Like, obviously, I've seen way more inconsistent visuals, but it just feels like there's consistency between some of them. There's like 3 different types. There's like the super, you know, advanced sort of Blender-looking renders. You got like the graphics, like this sort of stuff. And you have like the in-between, but I don't know.
At night. You see, with this mod housing literally over 100 different horror mods, I will need a somewhat safe space to call home. At least one that I could reliably sleep when night falls. And with the majority of these things spawning at nights, I'm pretty sure you can imagine what happens. So, you know, the most reasonable thing would be to stay inside until night. At night, it is night. And since I couldn't sleep because it was night, fuck it, disturb him. So it brought me to I'll just need to only go for some piglins or even a warp forest for some endermen. So it brought me to my next goal, put together another portal. However, I needed a bucket to start, and I am fresh out of iron. Thankfully, I did spot another SCP maker block thing. I would finally make it and get the...
But yeah, it's not overall. The visuals just feel like they're in different worlds. Like, even the subtle things that most people might not realize off the bat, like whether it be this text having a black stroke and your previous text in the exact same brick wall not having a black stroke, things that most people might not even realize. It just doesn't, it just kind of shows the fact that it just doesn't really feel consistent, I guess, but... Okay. Let's see, what else did I miss? Oh, I missed this, guys. Let me do Frost Lid's video. 5:24 to the end. Not sure how to make the fight stuff more engaging, seeing as I did not record using flashback for this. Okay. I mean, not recording in flashback is already, like, gonna make it a little more difficult specifically to, you know, obviously have the visual. Close the tabs. Fine, I will close the tabs just for you. Just for you, Rocrafton. There. Tabs have been closed. Okay. Let's go 5:24.
There's 2 main reasons I really wanted you all here.
Yeah, his mic was really glitchy, but basically he announced something called the Death Parade, where when you kill a player, you get a certain amount of points determined by their skill level. Whoever had the most amount of points after a week would get an OP reward. Now, I'm the 4th best player on the server, so people would be after me for my large point bounty. So I tried out my team kill Trash, the best player on the server.
I'm declared 1.
It almost feels like that specific start, I guess. I mean, obviously we're starting mid-video. It feels over-explained. Like I would definitely try to eliminate some of that explanation because it feels like it was way more than necessary to get the point across.
No matter who you are, I really don't care if you're good or bad. They're going to die by my hands. Click your participation in the Death Parade. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. I didn't even get to finish my.
That killed nobody.
It just feels like it's lacking a point. Fight scenes are really hard though because they're in so many different videos and there's just so many fight scenes. They just are bound to get repetitive unless you do something like insanely different off the bat.
Alright, well now we fight. No.
What do you mean?
But fight scenes are really a struggle when there's no specific purpose. Like if the video doesn't build up to it and it just happens to be a fight, sometimes it's literally better to just delete the fight out of the video. If it doesn't have a specific purpose, I guess.
What is?
Because like, I mean, if this is called using traps to get Minecraft's rarest item, and there's not like specifically anything that seems to correlate from the story in this shot, or just in general, I could be wrong. But it just feels like a random fight.
Oh my gosh! She built chill. Chill the freak out. I mean, I kind of have to. Oh my god! Oh my god! Get him! Yes!
Oh, well, never mind. I lied. He did, in fact, use a trap to kill this guy. So, like, this part, you could say.
I popped bean!
Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Get him.
Yes! Yes!
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Okay, at least he did end up using the trap. So it does feel like this whole section, though, is filler. And when the majority of, like, this whole fight isn't even about the main thing, like, the fight was about, it just feels like it's filler. But I think, obviously, at least you did end up trapping if it doesn't feel like it was just, like, you know, lying. But it definitely, I would say it feels underwhelming, and it's hard to do when you don't have a flashback shot. So I would definitely make sure that you have some flashback recording at some point. You'll probably not regret that. Okay, let's see. Who am I missing? I haven't done this guy's video. This one's from Mozoyolo. Wow, that's a tongue twister. He said 0 to 23 seconds, basically the beginning. He said, whatever you think is helpful, I got no motion. LOL, that's crazy.
What if you took a random Minecraft?
Alright, Minecraft hardcore, but chunks are random.
What if you took a random Minecraft world and replaced every chunk with one random block? Can we not only beat this challenge, but do it in hardcore? I'm a professional glue sniffer, and I brought my dumbest friend. Nothing could go wrong. Will the winner be the chunks or the chungus? This challenge was cursed right from the beginning. What if you took a random Minecraft world and replaced every chunk with one
I do like the music.
Random block? Can we not only beat this challenge, but do it in hardcore? I'm a professional glue sniffer, and I brought my dumbest friend.
I'd say you might want to make just the overall audio a tad bit louder, but
What if you took a random Minecraft world and replaced every chunk with one random block? Can we not only beat
it's not bad. I really like the music. The music adds some solid feel, but it feels like because of how solid the actual music is, the other lack of sound effects feels disappointing.
Replaced every chunk with one random block. Can we not only beat this challenge, but do it in hardcore? I'm a professional glue sniffer, and I brought my dumbest friend.
I do like this shot. It adds like your own cinematic sort of vibe to it.
Will the winner be the chunks or the chungus? This challenge.
Personally, I think if you're gonna do the text in the sky thing, which is done quite a lot, I feel like you almost have to use it as some form of a transition, or like whether it be fading out the background first and then the text, or even if it's something simple like that, or even like, you know, going from that sky to this sky. I mean, obviously they're different when it comes to the colors of the sky, but
this challenge was cursed right from the beginning. We had time to grab food and a few basics when Spoonie started flying.
because the reason is this intro is good. obviously, you know, the cinematic wise, it's good. It feels cinematic, I guess is the word I'd use. Visuals definitely don't feel like they are really selling it, but the fact that it goes from like this to cutting to, you know, like a more chill music, and it feels like that contrast I was talking about earlier, where it's like the intro and the rest of the video feel like two separate videos, and trying to connect them even when you have like separate videos or separate visuals, I think that's an undervalued thing, because it's just gonna feel like such a crazy cut.
Time to grab food and a few basics when Spoonie started flying, and not in a cool way.
1 step forward, 6 steps back. Well, good news, I found cobblestone.
The lag was making this impossible. I wonder what the problem is.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was it. I was like, how is this was working? Oh, turns out there were TNT chunks everywhere, and one decided to go off. We had to disable TNT explosions and do a full reset to continue the challenge. Take 2. Let's try again. Wheat.
Is there anything else that could lag us like that?
There's a sign chunk. We are dead. Hey, I'm punching a tree of a tree. Get my bread up.
There's stone right here, dude.
Where? Oh, heck yeah. Watch it be infested. As long as lag doesn't get us, we got this. You can have that. Everything being different, it's like, what's even important? We already have food, we have stone tools. But I think now we need, what, an iron chunk? Diamond chunk?
Maybe this will work.
What are you doing?
I'm so close.
Dude, you are like cooking so hard right now.
I'm gonna get it, watch.
Yeah, I know. I believe in you.
To me, it feels like the music doesn't match the vibe that it actually is like I'm seeing on screen. I don't know. The music definitely feels like it could match, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, good luck with that.
They're so durable and they don't break. Help me, mine it faster.
I am.
Work harder.
You mine it. This is not. You better. You ruined my line of sight. You.
Almost. Sweet. Oh.
I swear I saw a blacksmith. Bro, the door's a block. Oh, there's an iron golem we could murder. This is hardcore, so like...
You're floating. Oh, okay, I just lagged.
Dude, I swung at the iron golem right as that happened.
Did I forget I was streaming? No, I just don't know what to really say about this video. Like, there's not that many visuals that are really carrying it, and the story doesn't feel like it's carrying it. So it just feels like it's bound to just, even if like people make it through the intro, it's bound to just kind of die off slowly over time. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like there's something specific carrying the video. I didn't mind the intro when it comes to the music. I think the sound effects definitely could have enhanced it, but I think the visual of this is definitely interesting, and it's got your own cinematic take on it. But let's see if there's any more. We'll watch this one. Yeah, there's just not much to say about it. Like it feels like a bare bones video compared to the actual intro. So it just feels like the intro and the video are two separate things either way. This one's called This Is Not a Trap. It's by Tim J's. Does the video make sense?
You know how people trap in hive scours all the time? That includes me. But today, we're not going to be doing any of that. Here's the plan. So the plan is simple.
Biggest thing off the bat is just the audio feels like it's a little bit lacking. It feels a little... like the mic quality, I'd definitely grab a new mic.
The question is, does this trap actually work? Well, let's find out, shall we?
Even like the sound of, or even like the music as a whole, it feels like it's like missing a certain level of like depth and quality for some reason.
Level 3 fucking... Anyways, let's just go play this crap.
Why am I so drunk?
I mean, the question was, does the video make sense? To me, not really. I still don't really know exactly what is happening or what the goal of the video is, and we're a minute in. Like, there's definitely some interesting visuals, but it just doesn't feel like I know what the video's about, so I don't... Yeah, I'd say the number one thing is fixing the sound off the bat. But then after that, it just feels like there's no clarity in the video. There's no purpose of what it's specifically about. Like, what's the point of the video? It's called This Is Not a Trap. I mean, I don't know what the purpose is. Like, is it just kind of playing the Skywars? It could be. But I think I got through most of the videos. Oh, let's see what this one is. This one's... I'm gonna watch this one. This last one. This one's by Dolphin. The first 15-ish seconds, he said mainly the thumbnail, title, and Hawk. Okay.
I chained myself to 3 other YouTubers in the official Super Mario mashup pack to answer one question. Can we survive and potentially beat the entire game?
4 guys, 1 chain.
I'm curious, because you did ask specifically about the thumbnail. Rats, how do I click them? Be a dolphin. Assuming this... Yeah, this would be the thumbnail. Okay. Can 4 YouTubers beat Super Mario in Minecraft? There's nothing in the thumbnail that, like, I guess screams Super Mario specifically. I don't know. That's just me. Like, if you're gonna have something in the title that's extremely important as Super Mario, like, obviously the blocks specifically, I mean, some could say those are a texture pack, but it almost feels like you need to have something that's Super Mario, if that's gonna be the point of the video.
I chained myself to 3 other YouTubers in the official Super Mario mashup pack to answer one question. Can we survive and potentially beat the entire game?
I obviously like the fact that you didn't choose Super Mario music, that stylistic choice. I don't know, just... If you didn't, it probably would have felt off.
1 chain. Let's get this party started.
We're stuck in the Super Mario. Isn't that silly and quirky?
Stuck? I kind of like this actually when there isn't someone yelling about being stuck or something.
Okay, so you can climb up the if you're in that situation, you can climb up the... I chained myself to 3 other YouTubers in the official Super Mario mashup pack to answer one question. Can we survive and potentially...
So yeah, I'd say, because you also asked about the title, I think the title's okay. The thumbnail doesn't go with the title, so that's definitely not like a matchup. How would I have done the thumbnail? Yeah, I'm not a Nintendo guy too much, but I would definitely... What if you did something where it's like, they're at the very least, they're in like these Super Mario pixel art skins, so obviously you got like, you know, Luigi, Mario, what's the other one? You got like Mushroom and, I don't know, there was like the 4 main ones. Let me look up like the Super Mario title screen. I would have those automatically be the skins, even if it's not the people in the thumbnail. It doesn't matter too much because most people probably don't know your guys' skins anyway. So having something like that, maybe even having that as like your skins through the thing. Like even people like Wisp, they'll change their skins for videos and stuff like that. But I think in the thumbnail, that would have been a good start. Maybe even like standing by Bowser's castle or something. I don't know. There's so many things you could have done with that. And that's probably what I would do. Something that really screams Super Mario if you're going to do that. Because you're clearly going to Mario fans. Oh yeah, you'd have like the Toads and then obviously Mario and Luigi. And then... For the title, can 4 YouTubers beat Super Mario in Minecraft? I mean, obviously, if you're going to beat Super Mario, maybe you could have you guys on the flagpole of the Super Mario game. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can change it specifically for Super Mario. The way that I specifically, you know, I guess plan out my videos, like I plan every little thing, and off the bat, if the title, the thumbnail, or the idea just does not work, or I don't think it has any potential, then I just scrap it there. And this one's a struggle one, because it's like, it almost feels like if you're gonna do Super Mario, you need to lean heavier into Super Mario. But at the same time, the idea, if you're gonna do Super Mario, it feels like there could be a better idea to do. But I don't know. I think if you're gonna change the thumbnail though, I would definitely have it lean more heavily into like the title. Because if they feel like two separate things that they don't really correlate, then everyone's just gonna move on. Hook-wise,
I chained myself to 3 other YouTubers in the official Super Mario mashup pack to answer one question. Can we survive and potentially beat the entire game?
4 guys, 1 chain. Let's get this party started.
We're stuck in the Super Mario. Isn't that
like, I guess I don't really feel too hooked, and I think it's because it kind of just feels like it's repeating the title and thumbnail. And I know a lot of people will say, like, you know, you're going to want to repeat the title in the first line, and I get that. And you definitely do, but it just feels like even like the whole idea of it, you almost want to over deliver. So I would do something in this first hook part where it's like, obviously it delivers on this, but then like your second sentence or something would be something that's like more, something that makes people want to stick around because they weren't even expecting that. And that's just an extra little something that they will specifically get because of watching that video. So honestly, like, I think you basically just repeated the title, which I mean isn't a bad idea, but having it be more is usually a better way to start. And I don't know, the idea itself isn't.
Let's get this party started.
we're stuck in the Super
I think it could have potential, but it just needs to be really heavily leaned into Super Mario. Like, it needs to have something unique and special about it, you know? Kind of tried to do that with chain together aspect, but I don't think it was interesting. Yeah, I get that with the chain together aspect. I mean, like, obviously there's a lot of videos that are people chained together, but maybe the chains almost feel random to me. They almost feel like I happen to just be chained together. Like, I think it may have been more helpful if, like, your twist leaned even heavier into Super Mario. But I don't know, that's just my opinion with these sort of stylistic videos, is if you're going to lean into something, you almost have to, like, fully commit to it for some of these ones to give it some extra value. Because if the audience is Super Mario fans, they're going to be really wanting that Super Mario vibe. Let's see, there was... So that's just my opinion. It's like, you know, when you're making an editing video, you kind of want to lead into the editing because you're going to have people who enjoy editing watching your video. Or when you make these sort of videos, you want to really lean into that stylistic approach, I would say. So the chains almost feel random. But I would say it's not bad, honestly. I just think, yeah, genuinely, like, you just got to lean heavier into it. But it's pretty solid. Let's see, there was one other one. Yeah, no problem. I know there's probably some people who are going to get a little mad at me at the end of today or whatever. They're probably going to be like, but I don't do this to specifically, like, I guess, criticize people for whatever. I just try to do it to help them improve. And sometimes it's easier than others to say what people can improve on. But I know, like, off the bat, no one would tell me specifically what to improve. And it was kind of hard. So I thought this stream would help a little bit. That's just true. If you want help, you definitely have to take advice. What's the Gemini extension? Oh, I don't even know. Do I have a Gemini extension? I don't think I do. Maybe I do. I think I'm just in Chrome. Okay, this one, intro and hook. This one's called The Most Hidden Secret Base on Dr. Donut SMP.
In the Dr. Donut SMP, there's a lot of good and bad.
Okay, overall volume, just in general, needs to be a little higher. Would you do more of these streams? I may do more of these streams. So far, I haven't gotten banned that I know of on YouTube. And I was a little worried about that, but yeah, that is right. At the end of the day, it is all my opinion. Like, that's all I can give. I can't give someone else. I mean, I can say other perspectives, but it is in fact my opinion. Yo, blocks back.
In the the Dr. Donut SMP.
Yeah, volume of this one definitely needs to be a lot higher.
Bad players. Therefore, there's a lot of chaos. So can I survive by building secret bases and an ultra secret base at the end and get rich? Well, I'm not good at PvP, so this won't be easy. So the Dr. Donut server is a free-for-all, so anyone could stumble across my base and steal everything I've worked hard for. Alright,
Oh yeah, did I? Oh my goodness, I think I skipped yours, but yeah, I'll do yours next. You're right.
On the Dr. Donut SMP.
Next.
Let's start looking for a base to call home. But I did some research. We're not going to build it anywhere close to spawn because there's already signs of people around here.
Yeah, this video isn't necessarily specifically bad. It just feels very generic. Like, why? I don't like that you went specifically from this full shader sort of shot,
Therefore, there's a lot of.
and then you went right into like vanilla cinematic. That just contrast is just killing me. But also the overall like specific microphone quality, I would say turning up your volume is huge.
So can I survive by
Making sure it's actually like the decibel people usually would have it out.
secret bases and an ultra secret base at the end
And
and
then-
get rich? Well, I'm not good at PvP, so this won't be easy.
But yeah, I would
So
say
the
that this
Dr.
video
Donut
feels
server is a
relatively
free-for-all.
generic, like working on sound design, working on just the overall hook to be something new and interesting. Let me see, yours priceless. Well, I'll do, let me work on, let's see, what was theirs? Nux's. Let me find his. There it is. Got it, Nux. We'll do yours next.
This is hide and seek tournament.
This one's Minecraft hide and seek, but teams change everything.
Hello and welcome to the craziest hide and seek tournament in Minecraft. I split my entire Discord server into teams of 2, letting them hide anywhere in this massive map with 3 mansions, with the winning team getting $200 to split if they survive being hunted. This video turned out crazier than I could ever imagine, so get your popcorn and enjoy the video.
Oh, the game started.
He's about British estate pie.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's
Go ahead.
It's a steak pie.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Go ahead.
This shot's really good. I like this shot. The way it like so conveniently does that, that's a good shot.
I'm here. Right, bro. We gotta go in here. Trust.
Dude, we only have 580 seconds. No, but let's see if there's any like hidden chests. Like I feel like this is the play. Oh my, this looks so cool.
You want me to separate from you? Yeah. We need to split up, dude.
Scattered across this massive valley are loot boxes to help out the contestants.
I like that too. The extra added context after we already kind of have the general gist down.
They will need that help because the Seekers are equipped with special power-ups to hunt them down. And the more time that passes, the better their equipment get.
Holy, this map is massive.
A maze, I don't think we should go in there.
Is there a way around it?
This shot also feels right with like a maze, that effect. I do like some of your cinematic shots. They definitely feel right.
Hello and welcome to the craziest hide and seek tournament in Minecraft.
This shot, for some reason, it just felt wrong, and I think it's because it almost feels like it specifically is stopping too early. Like you expect it to kind of keep going and show this massive view of it.
Welcome to the craziest hide and seek tournament in Minecraft.
And it's like, it just stops right here. This just, I don't know, to me it doesn't feel right. It feels like you'd expect to kind of keep going out and see like a whole gigantic view of the whole map instead of just this, but...
I split my entire Discord server into teams of...
I like the little team
2,
animation, that's
letting
not
them
bad.
hide anywhere in this massive map with 3 mansions.
And I like the different, you know, animations for switching between these to show the contrast, but it just feels like that first shot, especially when you're going out for the mansion, you like going up and showing like a general top view of the whole map would have felt more right, and I guess really showed how big it is, because still at this point I haven't seen like a shot of the whole map, I guess.
The winning team getting $200 to split if
And that splitting
they
animation's good.
survive being hunted. This video turned out crazier than I could ever
The font feels like it's changed multiple times.
to split if this with 3 or serve to the craziest.
I don't know, like having this font and the other font. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get the font Nazi like thing after this video.
Enjoy the video.
I'm literally gonna be like the font Nazi.
Oh, the game started.
And also, like, off the bat, once you get back into this, for some reason the audio just feels like really loud, like the punching. It almost feels like that could be toned down a little bit.
It's a steak pot.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Go ahead. I'm here. Right, bro. We gotta go in here. Trust.
Dude, we only have 580 seconds. No, but let's see if there's any like hidden chests. Like I feel like this is the place. Oh my, this looks so cool.
You want me to separate from you? Yeah. We need to split up, dude.
Scattered across this massive valley are loot boxes to help out the contestants. They will need that help because the Seekers are equipped with special power-ups to hunt them down. And the more time that passes, the better their equipment get.
Holy
I genuinely like the way that like camera snapping sort of transition was, because it does feel like you're kind of being brought to this extra explanation thing. So I do like when you do an explanation, either kind of having it so it blends in with the video and it just feels like it's part of it, or really contrasting and showing that you are like in a different thing, really quickly explaining it and then going back to the video. So I do like the contrast that showed to help explain the chest loot.
I don't think we should go in there.
Is there a way around it? I was just going to the left, seeing if I can, like...
It's a maze.
Oh shit, it is. Actually, I think I just figured it out. It's not a very hard maze. It's actually a very hard maze. Uh-oh. Go back real...
I think the reason the video did bad is because I had terms. The reason it did bad is because I wanted to do something new and original. Oh, teams. I see.
Lost.
You're making
Minecraft hide and seek, but teams change everything.
Lose time.
I personally don't think the reason it would have done bad is specifically because of the teams, to be honest.
What the? Whoa, wait, I thought we could eat that.
That's not good.
Bro, don't touch. No, did we lose a heart like that?
I just lost 3.
Dude, they're not gonna regen. You know that.
I know. I'm fucked.
Oh, I'm following this dude. They look like they know what they're doing. Come back here, Broski! Come back! I am stealing your hiding spot.
Guys, I need to find a good spot, please. I think I found a good hiding spot. It's just me, myself, and I need the money. I need the money to save my family, please. Please.
I don't know, this hiding part for some reason, like I know you have so many different POVs to go through, but the hiding part specifically, it feels like it's stretched a little bit long, and not necessarily like this is too long time-wise, but it just feels like
Caleb, whatever.
Some of these hiding things, like it feels like we should almost be getting in our spots by now. I don't know. Like I guess a lot of this running around up a hill, this doesn't feel like it adds specifically to it. But yeah, like the hiding phase, I feel like more people want to like obviously see where they hide and see how they got there, whatever, but not much more than that, because the seeking is like, well, how did the hiding spot do? So if they don't make it to the seeking point, it definitely is missing a little bit, I guess.
Just wait until there's 6-7 seconds remaining.
Go back, we're in a hedge maze.
Because I don't know, currently it just feels like they're kind of just like running around. It almost feels like I would have forgot that they are in fact trying to hide, but
oh fuck.
Maybe
I do enjoy these top view shots. I don't know, it's something you don't see very often. I like the way you blurred the sides, really making it kind of point to that center. That's kind of interesting.
Go back and around.
Yeah, and I hate you.
It's already over. It's already wraps.
I fucking hate you.
It's already fucking wraps, man.
Dude, come back. Who is that?
Yeah, like it feels like we're so far in, and the hiders are still like kind of just messing around, I guess. I don't know.
What are you doing, bro?
Pajama.
Alright, let's...
Okay, actually, let me watch this part.
I think I got this.
Alright, let's go. I want you to go to that one over there. I'll go to this one. Oh man, I wish I had zoom.
Holy shit. Nobody would be dumb enough.
I do like those shots showing like the different hiders going in their different directions. Those are good shots.
Shit. Nobody would be dumb enough to hide in the first. Let me tell you right now, there's a lot of hiding spots in the mansion.
I haven't even gone into my building yet.
Someone said the music isn't dramatic enough. I think this music matches well. I think maybe before some of that beginning music with the hiders did not feel dramatic enough. This music feels like it fits the vibe a lot more, I guess.
Definitely check the paintings.
Predators.
Oh, that's crazy.
Predators.
I have a feeling that I'm doing all of this for fucking nothing because nobody's gonna be in this fucking house.
Wow, nobody's in here? What? Nobody's in here. That's so surprising. Like, that's a good hiding spot.
Okay, that part is kind of funny. It was about time for there to be like a really good contrasting moment. That part hit a little different. And it wasn't even just this part, but it was that reverb in the cave. That is like that is absolute cinema, to be honest. I really like that part.
Clash.
Get those trophies up.
Because it was about time for like something to change before it started getting too repetitive, and that was like exactly what needed to be.
It's me.
I found someone!
Yes.
I
Nice, nice, nice.
Hold on. I told them that I would kill them first. I fucking told you. Oh,
Nice,
my
well
God.
done.
There's another one! Okay, I have good news. All of the people that are using the grass skins are already out.
They are, really. That's because their skins are so easy to see.
Oh, I thought you were about to blog it.
Nah, Bomber's just as good, if not better.
Okay, hold on. This is gonna get tricky here. I have found the big cave.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're right in front of me right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
They saw you?
No, I can't play.
Yeah, then the game should be going till...
God.
I see the name.
Oh my god.
There's no way. He's so going for me.
Dude.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright, I'm gonna throw it, okay?
Okay, yeah.
What's this part? I do think it is interesting the way that you like pointed out to the audience the things that the hiders didn't see, like those people. I find that interesting. Otherwise, you'd just be running around and like you'd think you're in a map by yourself. I want to see this shot. I don't know, for some reason that time lapse didn't really hit for me.
Hey
like it feels
guys.
like it was on this like cinematic moment, but
Dude, genuinely got chased by a hider and then survived. Oh, that was so crazy.
I kid you not. I had a seeker 4 blocks in front of me, scanning the fucking wall, and he didn't see me.
With power-ups.
But yeah, overall there are some parts I think that just feel like they make the video super long. It needs like a good zoomed out with tonal sound effect and some mush graphic. Yeah, like, I don't know, I think overall the video just feels like it's stretched out. And it's not that there's a certain cap of like a time you could put on a video, but some of these moments just feel like they don't specifically add to the video. And some of them are really, really good. Like, I think honestly my favorite part was that Clash Royale or Clash of Clans little sound in the reverb cave. That was so good because it's like when you have those parts that start getting really repetitive, like of the Seekers looking, and you just have something that's so contrasty like that, where it's like the complete opposite, and it kind of brings the viewer back and gets their attention. But I think overall it just feels like it's way longer than it should be, I guess. Even though there are some really good parts, there's some parts that just feel stretched. So, yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely some crazy moments in here. I see up to 14. Yeah. Let's go back a little bit so we can have some context.
Like, actually saved me.
Guys, help.
Because I'm
Oh.
awful at getting away from
Oh.
people in this game.
bro, help.
Frozen.
I got you.
Yeah, he's frozen, blinded, speed.
Hella
Oh my
goat,
god,
actually.
dude.
You're actually the goat.
He's just getting it.
Hella
He's
killer.
getting-
Oh, he meant 13 minutes. That part wasn't bad though.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm kind of scared to talk. I feel like they can hear me. If it's on normal, then no.
See, like that part feels right too. The way it's kind of like muffled and.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, for background music, it is kind of hard to find things that match scenes sometimes. I mean, I used to spend even longer looking for music. I'd spend like so many hours. And honestly, once I got my tracks, I just specifically use most of those because it's really hard to find music. But I use Artlist now, but even then I still spend so much time looking for the right vibe. Yeah, Epidemic is solid too. I just chose Artlist because the music, I feel like, is more dynamic. Unless, I guess, overused.
For fuck's sake, Neo, not again. No. Fuck you.
Shut up.
What would Batman...
But yeah, I think there's some really good parts of this video. Yeah, I do pay for Artlist. I think there's some really good parts of this video, but I think overall, the parts that feel a little stretched, they almost take away from those other parts. So I think the pacing could be changed a lot. Okay. I'm gonna, let's see, what else do we got? Okay, let me go ahead and copy this. Boom. This one is from Guy Isop. The intro, he said the specific thing he wants feedback on is both of the examples. I don't currently know what that means, but
I used an exploit to scam this entire server. So if you get Soul Speed 3 boots to 1 durability, and while standing on Soul Sand, swap between another really fast until the Soul Speed one breaks, you can trick the game into giving you the Soul Speed effect on every block, and making you way faster than players who don't know about the glitch. And as soon as I found out about this exploit, the first thing that popped into my head was profit. See, on Central PvP, there's an economy system, and I'm way too lazy to build a farm or use any other conventional money-making methods. With this exploit, I came up with the idea to host a racing event and make people bet money on it, which would actually be a bit hard to pull off. See, Central SMP is a competitive public PvP server, and no one is just gonna accept a TPA to some random guy for a race. So I needed to legitimize and convince players to actually show up. So first off, I built an actual structure for the race location and made a promo for it, which actually helped because people actually showed up and bet actual money.
Sorry, I kind of got like zoned out for a second
to
there.
Scam this entire server. So if you get Soul Speed 3 boots to 1 durability, and while standing on Soul Sand, swap between another really fast until the Soul Speed one breaks, you can trick the game into giving you the Soul Speed effect on every block, and making you way faster than players who don't know about the glitch. And as soon as I found out about this exploit, the first thing that popped into my head was profit. See, on Central PvP, there's an economy system, and I'm way too lazy to build a farm or use any other conventional money-making methods. With this exploit, I came up with the idea to host a racing event and make people bet money on it, which would actually be a bit hard to pull off. See, Central SMP is a competitive public PvP server, and no one I used an exploit to scam this entire server. So if you get Soul Speed,
I feel like my opinions are starting to like blend together. I guess this is what happens when you watch so many different videos in a row. It's like you almost kind of lose the opinion. I guess that's why they say, like, same thing with music. Once you hit a certain point, all music just kind of sounds the same.
3 boots to 1
after listening for so long.
Durability, and while standing on Soul Sand,
yeah, I know, I got more to do.
Really fast until the Soul Speed one breaks, you can trick the game into giving you the Soul Speed effect on every block, and making you way faster than players who don't know about the glitch. And as soon as I found out about this exploit, the first thing that popped into my head was profit. See, on Central PvP, there's an economy system, and I'm way too lazy to build a farm or use
I mean,
any other conventional money making.
This does feel somewhat basic. It feels like something that, like, I don't know, I guess I've seen many times with this whole economy sort of concept, I guess.
It's
not specifically bad though.
Player on Central PvP, and today My name is, which actually helped because people actually showed up and bet actual money. My name is Gaizob, and I'm the fastest player on Central PvP. And today at 5 PM EST, I'll have an open challenge where I race people. It'll be a 67 block race. No elytra, pearls, wind chargers, or spear. Just sprinting, so speed potions are allowed. Please actually pull up or I'll look like a loser. Alright. I'm about ready right now. Yo! I bet.
My game was 10 position.
Go over here.
Wait, how are you? How the fuck are you fast?
I speed 2 already. I speed 2 already.
Oh, okay, nice.
I bet. Do you want to put some money on the line, or are you a broke boy? Now this will be a reoccurring theme, but if some guy invites you to some competition,
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it just feels like it's not bad, but it's not great. It's in that middle ground, and it does feel a little bit on the more
that's money.
generic side specifically.
That you don't know about, and you're less like.
But my opinion is starting to become a little foggy anyway, because of how many different videos I've tried to review. So I'm gonna head to the next one by Risterio. Oh, there's so many videos. It's crazy. But let's see. The intro and the overall style of this video. I gotta get like a plugin that just makes it so they automatically start at 0. Or I can make one.
This is me jumping off of a literal death tower. Why, you might ask? Honestly, I've been asking myself the same question. And let me tell you, jumping off towers is just the beginning.
With this one, I'm struggling to see specifically like what is happening. Like obviously you're in creative mode. Obviously this world felt like a super flat world. So just overall, this world feeling like a super flat world, it kind of killed the vibe. It doesn't even matter if it's like real or fake. Obviously there's a lot of videos out there that, you know, they kind of have to reshoot scenes that didn't go well. And, you know, they try to get the same vibe across, but this being on a super flat world automatically killed it because it just doesn't feel like it even could be a possibility. It almost feels like you've kind of been, I guess, lied to, I guess, but.
This is me jumping off of a literal death tower. Why, you might ask? Honestly, I've been asking myself the same question. And let me tell you, jumping off towers is just the beginning.
And then also feels like here, just the fact that we're just building in creative, I don't know what's... Like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Feels like we're just kind of building it. It doesn't feel like we're building with purpose. Like, maybe building it directly in survival instead of skipping this design section would have been ideal. That's what a lot of people do. They'll, like, spend hours building in their super flat worlds and they'll actually end up skipping it. Because it's like, if they're going to build it in the actual... game, yeah, I do feel like I'm missing something. It just, I don't know. It feels like I just got thrown off a cliff. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people do skip a lot of parts in their videos and you don't even see them because they don't because they did exist, but they didn't actually keep them in. And honestly, I think that whole section could have been skipped. The whole creative section, the whole beginning section definitely could have been changed to be more suiting, I guess, to the vibe and actually feeling like it's authentic in there. All right. This one's by Tib. Oh, I think I'm losing my mind. Okay, this one, the editing, the pacing, and the script at the beginning.
This is a tech.
Okay. Oh, yeah, how did it make it feel different? Let me think. Who... Glycerol. Let me think, which one was yours? Oh, this one.
Likely to. I used an.
You asked, how would I make it different? Like, to me, it just felt like I just explained stuff. That's valid.
I used an exploit to scam this entire server. So if you get Soul Speed 3 boots...
Yeah, this definitely is, like, you are definitely explaining the things and, like, showing them on screen as you do it. So it's not like it's specifically badly explained. It just feels generic in the sense that there's no extra level of specific like creativity to it.
Really fast until the soul speed one breaks. You can trick the game into giving you the soul speed effect on every block.
And also, it's not even just like the explanation or the visuals. It feels like the script as well just feels
you way faster than players who don't know.
Generic, I guess, specifically.
As soon as I found out about this exploit, the first thing that popped into my head was profit. See, on Central PvP, there's an economy.
So yeah, it's not specifically inherently bad, but I'd say it's just definitely, yeah, definitely just generic overall. And I think it is not even just specifically the visuals, but also the script. All right, let's do this one. The testing if AI can make Minecraft texture packs.
This is a texture pack, a file that changes the texture of every item in the game, but I have no idea how to make one. So today I'll be putting some of the best AIs head to head to see who can make the best texture pack in 30 minutes. But the timer's ticking, so let's start off with ChatGPT. Alright, so first up we have ChatGPT, as you can see right here. I already have the timer ready as well, and basically during this time, ChatGPT can make as many changes as I want to make the pack the best it can be. But I'm looking ready, so let's just start. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I gotta hurry. I'm just gonna say, generate me a Minecraft Bedrock blue themed PvP texture pack. Alright, this is a pretty simple prompt, obviously, but I just kind of like want to see what ChatGPT can actually do. So hopefully this will kind of show me. Alright, so the first pack is officially done. Let me go ahead and download it, and hopefully this will be good. I'm not gonna lie, hopefully it will be. Alright, we got the first pack in the game. Download it, so hopefully this will kind of show me. Alright, so the first pack is officially done. Let me go ahead and download it, and hopefully
there's something about this that feels off. Is ChatGPT actually able to generate .mc pack files, or am I... That's crazy. I mean, I guess it says blue PvP pack 2. This feels... Maybe I'm, you know what, maybe I'm underestimating what AI theoretically can do. Do I test it? No, I don't dare test it. There's no way.
this will be good. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully it will.
You know what, I'm gonna assume
we
it
got
would.
the first pack in the game already. It's got a little icon, just like a little blue box. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the world. We're gonna
I swear, if this is actually a good texture pack, I'm gonna be kind of
let's just hope
shocked.
it's, you know, decent. Okay, we're in, and nothing's changed. Like, literally nothing has changed. Yo, what? As you can see, this is pretty bad, but later it gets a lot worse.
Okay, so
it's
can't
not
actually...
adding anything. It's literally just not listening.
Okay, yep, now we're back to reality. This is what I would have expected. I was expecting, like, specifically, I guess, the textures to be generated, and then he put them into a pack or something. Killing at ChatGPT for real.
As I want to make the pack the best.
But what was this in the editing, pacing, and script?
This is a texture pack, a file that changes the texture of every item in the game.
I don't mind the intro. The intro...
This is a texture pack, a file that changes the texture of every item in the game, but I have no idea how to make one. So today I'll be putting some of the best AIs head to head to see who can make the best texture pack in 30 minutes. But the timer's...
The intro actually feels relatively solid.
Ticking, so let's start off with ChatGPT. Alright, so first up we have ChatGPT, as you can see right here. I already have the timer ready as well.
But I think after this, it just... It feels like it really kind of slowed down.
Okay, so it's literally just not listening. So let me just speedrun through these next few until we get some actual textures. And while these textures are generating, I want to ask you to subscribe.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's continued to keep up like the genuine expectations I guess I would have got from the intro. Like, it feels like a 17.5-minute video for 2 30-second or 30-minute like texture pack mixings just doesn't line up right. It feels like definitely it would have been a little bit better if it was specifically crunched down. There's just a lot of like things in here that look like they would be better if they weren't, I guess. I think I'm losing my mind. I think I'm losing my voice too. I should probably drink something. Here, let me drink something. Did one more person say they were going to submit something? Who's that? Cole? No, I got some waters here. I just never actually drink stuff. Oh, apple juice? I haven't tried apple juice. I have this, I actually have this throat coat tea I use for my voiceovers. That always helps, but it's less that, I don't know. Whenever I stream, I always just forget to drink water. I think it's just because I'm like too locked in, too focused on it, I guess. I guess I forget that I am allowed to like breathe the air while I stream. Yeah, Roguecraft, go ahead and review that one from Cole, and then we'll, that'll probably be the last one. Or, well, yeah, Ducky, if you want to submit something, you can toss it in there, and I might be able to get through a couple. Is that tea you were sipping in the last what? No, actually, I don't know, that throat coat stuff, I only use that for voiceovers, but that, I swear, that stuff is like the greatest for fixing your mic and not making it sound really bad with all your clicks and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was dumb and then I tried it, and now I can't go back. Motion graphics stuff? Actually, you know what, I'm not going to speak on that, but you know, it's all I'm saying is it's a possibility that we get a motion graphics tutorial. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. You can review it, though it's not that short. Okay. It's not that short? Okay. Someone said they'll pay. That's crazy. Oh, is this just like a specific...
You're barreling towards a helpless player with your spear, when suddenly...
Come here, dream! What?
You die to a invisible...
Oh yeah, I think I remember Cole actually speaking to him, because yeah, I think he actually did make this one. This was a short he made for Dream. So this is actually... He edited it. Obviously it's Dream's short, but he made
You're
it.
barreling towards a helpless player with your spear, when suddenly...
Come here, dream! What?
You die to a invisible wall? But why? Well, invisible blocks are the exact opposite of ghost blocks, meaning that the server can see them, but you can't. To make them, build a ghost block generator, but instead of pushing the rail into a regular block, use a block that breaks when pushed, like leaves. When you activate the piston, your client incorrectly believes that the leaves were broken, making them invisible. You can use this to make invisible lava, invisible powdered snow, or even an invisible wall. Subscribe for a free elytra. You're barreling towards a helpless player with your spear, when suddenly...
Come here, dream! What?
You die to a invisible wall? But why? Well, invisible blocks are the exact opposite of ghost blocks, meaning
it's pretty solid.
That the server can see them, but you can't. To make them, build a ghost block generator, but instead of pushing the rail into a regular block, use a block that...
I think there's not much that I would do specifically differently, because that's where it's like, you ask, is there a better way? I mean, if I had, I guess it depends on how much I had, because like if I had a certain script I had to follow or a certain format, visual-wise, this feels like it follows the script well.
When suddenly...
Come here, dream! What?
You die to a invisible wall? But why? Well, invisible blocks are the exact opposite of ghost blocks, meaning that the server can see them, but you can't.
I mean, definitely for the server, I probably wouldn't have done the muscle villager, but...
Exact opposite of ghost blocks.
This ghost block section feels a little... It feels interesting, but it feels like it's almost wrong the way it's like kind of cut off in this straight line.
The server can see them, but you can't. To make them, build a ghost block generator, but instead of pushing the rail into a regular block, use a block that breaks when pushed, like leaves. When you activate the piston, your client incorrectly believes that the leaves were broken, making them invisible. You can use this to make invisible lava, invisible powdered snow.
Yeah, overall, I think this section...
Why? Well,
past here is where I might make a couple changes. Like, I'd probably change the way that this is... I definitely changed the server thing. But, yeah, like, it's not specifically bad. I mean, it's definitely different when you're editing for other people and you, like, obviously... are not, it's not like you're making a video by yourself. You have some creative freedom, but also, yeah. But I think I would definitely make a couple changes like there. But someone said, let's see, before I wanted to go, oh, I love you Expander plugin. I got a long 4-hour video event I'm working on, and once I, yeah. But yeah, I hopefully you enjoy it. I think it's pretty fun. I have a decent update planned, but it's going to be quite a bit because I got to get out my next video, and that's already going to be quite a bit because I have other videos I'm editing, and I got a 30-hour-a-week job, so it's like I'll get something out in a lot of places. I got to definitely get out the next video, but it is a very, I think in my opinion, it's just such a video that needs to be well made, so it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, this would be the perfect time to end the stream. And I think I actually am going to end the stream. That is like the perfect time. I did say it would be like a 3-hour stream. It's been like almost exactly 3 hours. So yeah, the transition video at 500 views, that sounds about right. I remember seeing it at like 2 views. Oh man. Someone said wait. What are they saying wait for? What is Ducky saying? Yeah, I tried to make it good. All my friends were calling me crazy. They're like, why are you putting all that effort into a video that no one's gonna watch? But I get called crazy a lot. I guess maybe I am just crazy. I don't know why Ducky said wait. I'm glad you liked it, Cole. I don't know. I just had a little fun with it. I feel like Ducky was gonna say something, but now Ducky he said wait and then stopped. Well, I think I'm gonna head out. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Maybe he's trying to put a video in for a review or something. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully. Oh, now someone else is saying wait. Why is everyone saying wait? Well, what did I miss? It inspired you and Dream a lot to make longer form videos with more replay mod shots. Oh, Dream watched it. It's kind of crazy if that's true. Next time I'll give you... Yeah, I might do another one of these streams at some point, so it's not like this is the only one I do. I think it honestly went pretty well. Probably because of the fact that I didn't, specifically have it get copyrighted, which I was worried about, but that's cool, Cole. That's cool. Anyway, glad you guys watched. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got a little something out of it, and after I remember how to end the stream, I'll see you guys later.